Is someone talking?
I'm talking. I can't hear Julie. I'm drawing a landscape. Anybody hear my bell? Anybody? Whoa. Dropping a piece of wood. I'm dropping wood.
So yeah, did someone accidentally hit live?
No, I think Julie's the only one that can hit live.
Oh, okay. Maybe we need Keith A to come back on and sing tour.
I don't think can any of us let Doc on when he comes back.
I can't. No, I have no. I have no power here.
Seen the interview, so I would just have to make an approximation of Julie. I love you. You're something beautiful. I just read the lyrics, but I can't remember the lyrics.
Just sing the word Julie a couple of times and it'll work.
Julie, 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 come on, get on the show. Julie, 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 Julie. Where did you go, Julie? Come back. Come back here. Please come here. We're gonna talk about Martin. Not Martini.
Hey, I'm here.
Yeah. I misread the title. I thought you meant that it was the Mystery of Martini.
Oh. Greetings, new denizens of planet Dirt. We have been live for 2 minutes and 9 seconds, so yeah, you all were live. I confirmed by opening YouTube on another application.
Yay!
It was quite adorable.
Well, you can explain what's going on tonight.
Yeah, all right. So I guess Julie is AFK.
I guess so.
What's going on here in the background? Why can't the people on stage hear me? Oh, okay. So Julie's having technical difficulties.
I am uncertain.
All right. So yeah, Julie's having technical difficulties right now.
It's more like this.
Post it in the live chat too.
I'm writing poetry and drawing a landscape.
And I'm on my phone because I've got a power outage.
Because of snow.
Yeah, we haven't had snow in 40 years, so.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, no, heaviest snowfall we've ever had here. So.
Can't hear Carl or Julie. Okay, so it's both of them.
Oh.
The chat gets to enjoy our technical difficulties and mishaps. People tend to enjoy when that happens, so they get a kick out of it.
Yeah, I mean, you can talk because it's your gig. I mean, you can talk
people
about
enjoyed
just
the
about
singing.
anything. Talk about her day. You obviously didn't have the greatest day. But I don't know if you want to share that.
Yeah, no, not really. Yeah, no, I got a flat tire. It wasn't very.
Oh boy, great.
Wasn't very helpful to getting to work on time today.
Oh jeez. Did you have a spare?
Yeah, it's got like an inflatable spare thing. So I've got a electric
Yo.
scooter.
Yeah.
Hey, we can hear you now.
Well, we can hear Carl.
We can hear Carl.
We can become Snarl.
We're still waiting on Julie.
What was the other one?
Oh, she's dropped off. So she's probably leaving and re-entering. Pause.
Julie, come back.
No pause needed.
Julie, don't.
Yeah, tonight we'll be discussing Martin and how to spot a scammer.
Oh yeah, I think he's a big time scammer.
And we'll try to figure out is Martin scamming Boyd and maybe Julie. Just 1 minute, please.
But not that Julie. Drop the rope, Julie. Drop it. Come here.
Yo.
Yo, yo,
Hello.
yo, and a ball of brass monkey when the girl shakes her ass, she sure gets funky.
Did it like this, did it like that, did it with a wiffle ball bat.
Well,
And I'm
Uh,
back.
Are you on the run because the cops got your gun?
Oh my god, it's a mirage. Make it clear it's sabotage. 15 men on a dead chest. Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum.
Well, Grant, before you have to sign off or potentially sign off because of weather-related reasons, do you want to talk about your show tomorrow or today? I'm not sure how that works.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's going to happen though. That's the problem because of the power outage. It's supposed to be in like 6 hours, 4 hours, or something like that. But yeah, so the FAP, the Full Aussie podcast, we talk about all funny things and the macabre side of life, but we don't take ourselves seriously. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, tune in. Well yeah, we'll have to get you on sometime, man. It'd be good. I think you'd fit right in.
I'm not an Aussie though.
No, it's all right. You don't have to be. We got two panel members that aren't Aussie, so.
Oh, okay. Should I try to put on a fake accent, or would that be offensive?
Oi, oi.
Actually, offensive is good, right?
Yeah, as long as it's a bad attempt at it. If it's close, then we won't like it. It needs to be terrible.
Pretty good.
Well,
It needs to be
I'm
like
not good at
Robert Downey Jr. terrible in like Tropic Thunder.
Foster's Australian for beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not good at accents, so it'll be terrible.
Shrimp on the barbie.
Shrimps aren't a thing, they're called prawns.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got a goat in the house.
Joey. Wait.
All right, well, while we're waiting...
wasn't he named Skipper, Grant? Wasn't there a Skipper?
There was Skippy. It was the bush kangaroo. It was our version of like Lassie, you know.
Or
like, he'd come up and be like, and you're like, oh no, Johnny's fallen down the creek.
Oh no, he's falling in a well.
Yeah, it went really bad when he was stopping like bank robbers and stuff. It got a little bit weird, 70.
Did you ever see that? Did you ever see that movie from the 70s where some Dobermans were robbing banks?
No, but now I want to see it.
Yeah, what's the title of that?
Look it up. I don't remember the title, but there's like two movies. There's at least two movies. There's one where it was people using like whistles to control them, and then I think the sequel, like they did their own thing. Like they didn't need whistles anymore.
Oh, the dogs went rogue and formed their own like Ocean's 11 sort of thing.
Yeah, they were doing like big milk bone heist or something.
Great Milkbone heist of 79. I remember it well.
It's a live action?
Yeah.
Julie.
Oh. Wait a minute. Dingo.
Oh, wait a minute. I sounded like a wild Julie just appeared.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear
her. I'm here.
Start singing Night Knockers.
her.
Yeah, that could summon me. I
like the sequel version, Nice Knockers.
Just start singing "Julie, Love Me" by Bobby Sherman.
I tried, but I didn't know the lyrics because I haven't seen the interview yet, so I tried my best.
Yeah, as I said, Keith David serenading Julie with her own name wasn't on my bingo card, that's for sure.
It wasn't on mine either, trust me. I'm like, how do I not go off the rails now? Like, this is my biggest interview I've ever done, and how do I get back on track and get my formal interviewer hat back on and do this? It was not easy, and with a very limited window of time that I was given, that everyone was given that day. It was a press junket. It was crazy. Oh my god!
Yeah,
you can see how flustered I was.
Yeah, you were kind of flustered.
Yeah, I was just like, Like, oh my God. I was feeling in that moment more like a fan, more like a fan than an interviewer. And I had to get my interviewer hat back on because I'm a big fan of his work and I know what a big deal he is. I have a lot of respect for this guy and he's just busts out in song. That was nuts. Yeah.
You need to get that permission to clip that out so you can use it on the show.
Seriously, I know, right? Oh my God. I wonder if it would hit like a copyright issue. That would be amazing if I could. I would totally do it.
Well, my singing wasn't going to hit any copywriting issues because I didn't even know what I was.
Yeah.
I would think
singing, so.
it's
I think
short
I made
enough.
up my own song.
It's technically it's your property now, so yeah, you can do it.
Really?
Yep.
So we went to
Carl.
Beastie Boys. We went to Beastie Boys slightly.
Yeah.
So that might be a copyright issue. Not.
Carl, you said you think it's short enough too?
I would think it's even short enough to not even qualify, right? What is the 5 seconds or what is it when you actually use a clip like the rapper reactors? How short of a clip can they use?
I think 6 seconds is generally what they get away with.
6 seconds.
Yeah.
But I think it has to be used in a transformative sense or in a transformative way.
Did he even sing for 6 seconds? I think it's.
But here's the thing: it's not gonna get a copyright claim because one, it's not a copyrighted audio of him singing that.
Mm-hmm.
2, you're the only channel that has it on there, so it's your property. So.
Oh. Okay.
Grant, can you say property a couple more times?
It's property.
Property.
It's your property. It's your property.
It is, mate. What are you on about?
Property.
I love your accent.
I have an accent. You guys have accents.
Oh, that's right.
No, I don't.
We're the ones with accents.
I remember when I was little and asked my mom, how come people in other countries talk funny? And she said, well, to them, we talk funny. And I was like, what?
Mind blown. Yeah.
Jinx! I said the same thing. Wow. Hey, Miss Crafty Capricorn. Nice to see you. Hey, Bush Logic. Nice to see you too. Bush Logic, I met over in Quality Reacts community. He's the one who he said that he's been able to get away with 6 seconds on his rap reactions. He plays 6 seconds and then he stops. And he's never had a copyright issue. So there's that.
Julie, real quick, do you think that From is crossing over into the Institute?
I don't think so. Oh shit! Oh, we have an Institute background. Oh no, I didn't select this. Wait a minute, I selected the FROMacademy background. Did somebody, Carl? Did you go in and change it?
Yeah, when you first came in, it was.
It's the FROMstitute.
What the heck?
I don't
maybe that theory isn't dead.
So for tonight, we are the FROMstitute.
Decorating more
back to
episodes?
FROMacademy.
Okay, Carl, come on. Did you do that just to prank me? Because how did it get changed to the Institute? I changed it to
I don't know.
FROMacademy.
I may have once again fat fingered something.
Okay.
Sounds suggestive.
It does kind of. So hey Jen. Nice to see you. Hey Gabrielle. Hey Critter. Dieter clipped that Keith David Julie little audio clip. For those who don't know what we're talking about, I premiered my interview with Keith David today. I recorded it on Monday during a press junket and received it the other day. I made some edits to put in some images from his projects that he's done over the years, and then I released it today. And he busted out into song and sang a little bit of "Julie, Do You Love Me" by Bobby Sherman. So that's so Dieter then clipped it and he played it on the soundboard in the watch party channel of our Discord. But it would be cool if we could use it on the live. That would be awesome. God, I would love that. I would it would probably get annoying because I would wear that thing out. It's just that's epic. And I was so worried they were going to cut it out and in the final interview because they had control over it. It was recorded on Zoom. I thought they were definitely going to cut it out and I would never get to hear it again because I didn't have a recording, but they left it in. I actually asked, like, hey, if you don't want that in the interview that I published, you think you could send it to me and I'll just keep it? But she said, oh no, it's fine. She actually contacted her editor and asked her to fix it and redo it and put it back in. I think they were going to cut it, but they left it in because I asked for it. So ask and you shall receive. I guess I should speak up more when I want something because I'm usually too shy. Yeah, Amy, he was super chill and nice. She said, I loved the interview. It made me smile watching. Thanks, Amy. He was extremely chill and nice and kind. Put me at ease, which I never thought possible. I was very nervous going into it. Thanks, Critter. Julie asked some great questions, honestly. Thank you.
I think that was the difference. You weren't asking the same questions he's probably heard 100 times.
Right.
So
right.
that definitely you can see when someone who's done one of those press junkets and they get asked something completely different and they actually have to think about it. They're like, oh, okay.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were some great questions, by the way.
Yeah. Now, it was. I think hopefully I didn't just drop the same questions on him that he'd been hearing all day, and Carl actually helped me. Like as I was preparing, Carl helped me with some of this and inspired the question where I was. What was it? The question where I said something like, "Yeah, I know." I would like to ask you like the question you've probably been asked a million times, like, were you the thing? But I'm not going to do that. Carl helped me, helped me shape that question. And I think that was really smart because I did want to mention that, but I wasn't going to because every fan asks him that. And I didn't want to sound like just a fan. I wasn't going to do that. But that kind of enabled me to sneak that in there.
But you are a fan.
And yes.
I am a fan too.
You're as sneaky as Martin.
Yeah.
Martin. I liked that your questions covered the entire range of his career pretty much. And so it had bits in it for people of all ages, depending on what they've seen of his works or heard of his works.
Yeah, well, thanks. I tried to cover just give a nice overview of hit all the important points. The big news, which is that he's going to be the star of a new spinoff of Rick and Morty. That was the news that just broke last weekend, so I had to lead with that and do a question related to The Thing and his legacy, a question related to his voiceover work, several questions on his new jazz album coming out this fall, and then I had to have one on They Live because They Live is an amazing movie. So I tried to hit every point I could in the limited time I had, and I think I did make the best of that time, which is not easy. I am not a concise person. I'm a wordy person, as everyone here knows. So to have that kind of time limit was a challenge, but I think I did the best I could with it. He busted out pause. Yeah, I like the phrasing was kind of weird. Critter, oh, thank you so much for sharing that interview to your Facebook and friends and family. That was very kind.
I did that too.
Thanks,
I sent that to a bunch of people.
Thanks, Doc. Carl shared it around to people in his family too. Thank you guys for doing that. It was really kind of you. Anyway, hey, Miss J, you're in the chat. Hope you're doing well tonight. Bush Logic, journalistic questions are difficult when you are a fan. You fairly have to be yourself and let the interview flow, and you did your best, Julie B. Well, thank you very much. I'm new to it, and when he sang to me, I'm not gonna lie, it threw me and I got flustered, but hopefully, that just kind of humanizes me, and then I got back in the flow and I was good. It's just I'm human like everybody else. Even if I'd been experienced, I think I would have had a reaction like, whoa, what? It's only natural. Nobody expects to be serenaded by their interviewee. So
I always hope, but yeah, I never expect it.
Yeah.
if you can, you should clip it as a short and post it as a short with something like Keith David stuns interviewer by singing to her or something along
Oh,
those lines.
Doc, that's brilliant. Brilliant idea. I'm definitely gonna do it. Oh, that's amazing. Thank you for that idea. I
And
love it.
and that could link, and then you link it to the interview, right?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
brilliant. That could get more
And then
traffic to the interview.
and then it'll go to CNN, and it'll be like Keith David tries to seduce, woman live on stream. Should he be cancelled?
Oh no, we don't want that. There's only one thing about it that I wish I could change, and I think it might be possible. When I thought that he was done singing because he paused, I started to react, and then he sang one last line, and I hope there's a way to isolate that audio where I started to react and take that out of there. I hope. I'm going to look into it. Maybe that could be done because I don't want to louse it up. I want the whole thing with no, sound of me in the background. Anyway, but thank you to everybody who's watched the interview and commented, liked. I really appreciate it, and it helps with the algorithm. Oops, I'm highlighting stuff. It helps with the algorithm. Every like, comment, and view make a big difference. And if you share it, that's awesome too. Thank you so much for that. And that being said, I think we should get started on our topic for tonight, right, Doc?
Before you do it, I'm actually going to have to take off because this is draining my battery and we still have no power here.
Oh, okay.
I hope you'll be
Yeah.
okay with the snow and everything.
Yeah, well, we're not really equipped for snow, but yeah, let's hope so.
Yeah, well, good luck with that, Grant.
I put a video in the private chat. I did a little teaser trailer for season 4 of From.
Oh, nice, Grant. That's awesome. Oh, I'll check it out. You said it's in the private chat? Why am I not seeing it? That's weird.
Yeah, all right, I'll put it back in again because you might have popped in after you jumped back out. So,
Oh, okay.
There we go. Put it in again.
Awesome. Thanks, Grant. Yeah, good luck with the storm and everything. Sorry we couldn't get on earlier with you.
No,
Yeah,
that's
good
all
luck.
good. Yeah, I got to go get my snow shovel. So I don't have a snow shovel; it's just a shovel. So
Well, hopefully it all works out and I get to pap with you tomorrow.
yeah, awesome for sure. Well, whenever we do it, I'll send you the link.
I won't get to make it
That way.
tomorrow. It'll have to be a night we don't have FROMacademy. This way I can be
Yeah,
up
fair
early
enough.
for it. I'm sorry. I really
Cool,
want to
buddy.
be on.
Yeah, no, well, as I said, we'll work something out.
Batty?
So,
Critter says, "We
yeah.
love
So
you,
if you want
Grant."
to play that thing, I'll head out.
Absolutely. Yeah. Critter says, "We love you, Grant, and take care." Let's see. Here we go. Let me see if I can, hopefully my internet will be fast enough that this won't, when I share YouTube videos, it lags, just a fair warning. So there may be a lag because of my Wi-Fi, unfortunately, but we will see what we can do here. It's there we go.
Things didn't have to happen, Knowledge comes with cause.
Yeah, it's pretty laggy.
Yeah, it's whenever I share YouTube videos, it lags like crazy. It lags like crazy. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It looks awesome so far.
Yeah, this looks really good. Your best bet might be to put it on like a Google Drive and see if she can play it from that.
Yeah, but I won't be able to until we get power back on.
Yeah.
I can just play it as is.
Yeah.
We can at
Play
least
it as is. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
are you?
Excellent. Excellent, Grant.
Wow, that was amazing. Grant, how did you get my hand on the boy in white?
Oh, you from all those pictures that you've been sending me. So
All right, thank you for incorporating me.
no worries, mate. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one.
Have a great night,
See you
Grant.
later, Grant.
Or day.
Yeah, it's a day-ish.
Okay.
That was incredible. That's like really impressive.
That was I can't talk. Incredibly impressive. Yes.
Very convincing.
I don't know how he does that. I really don't. How he makes it so realistic. Like he made the intro to this. You know, I didn't play the intro this time only because we were running so late. That's why I didn't. But otherwise, I start all the lives with that. What were you gonna say? Something, Doc?
I think we're gonna see people like him making bootlegs, new seasons to shows and sequels to films.
Yeah.
And some of them might be better than the originals.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be, you know. As AI continues to get better and better, it's scary how realistic it really is. It's really wild. Bush Logic says it's 8:15 cold Saturday in South Africa. Wow. Wish for snow at least. Damn. I can't imagine it. Wow, it's just so weird. The seasons being flipped where where you are and where Grant is. It's winter in Australia. That's wild. It's so cool to see people from around the world as a part of our community like this.
Isn't that the
And then
same time zone as Dieter? Or it seems to be the same time adjustment.
It is actually, yeah. It is 6 hours ahead. So South Africa, where Bush Logic is, yeah, it's 6 hours ahead. Let's
Then
see.
you could have a hot day on Christmas. You go surfing on Christmas,
Yeah,
depending where you are.
that yeah, it wouldn't feel very Christmassy to me, but I guess that's just what we're used to. Dieter said, "Please like, share, and subscribe."
California is kind of the same thing, though.
That's true. And we had some weird heat wave on Christmas once where it was like 80 degrees and people were wearing shorts and sleeveless shirts in Rhode Island. That was an oddball year, though. That was climate change, but yeah, not supposed to be like that. Like Dieter said, and if people could like, share, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 2K subscribers. I'm at 1.94K, and yeah, sharing the interview with Keith David would be much appreciated. And see, Dieter said I uploaded the song from Keith David. No way. Well, oh man, it is there. I didn't even notice. It's backstage. How about that? Okay, wait.
Do you
Here it
love
is.
me? Julie, 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 do you care? Julie, Julie, are you thinking of me? Julie,
Oh
Julie,
my goodness.
will you soon be there? Something like that.
Oh my gosh. My aunt used to sing that to me. Yes. Oh my god.
All right now.
That was amazing. That was beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, he put in some of my silly, awkward reaction. Thanks, Dieter.
It's
But
adorable.
That was cool, though. You said your aunt like sang it to you.
yes, she did. She sang that to
That's
me all the
great.
time. Yeah, she sang that to me all the time. Carl, were you about to say something?
No, my mic started tripping, and right when you said "oh," it like repeated it over and over and over and over again. It's really freaky.
What the hell? Okay.
Then you recorded it for later.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, I should have.
Thanks for uploading that clip, Dieter. That was cool. There's actually another line of the song at the beginning too. It's Julie, 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 do you love me? Julie, 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 do you care? Julie, Julie, are you thinking of me? Julie, Julie, will you soon be there? I think that's how it goes. So he did that. He did all 4 of those lines. Like, what the hell? Is this real life? Am I dreaming? Yeah, that was wild. And anyway, thanks for uploading that. I was like, awkward and nervous, trying to get back on track and get my head in the game. But it was an awesome moment. Critter said, I look forward to you two fapping together, Doc and Grant. There's an image. Carl and the OnlyFans. Yeah, that would be for OnlyFans. Carl in the chat said, I'm good, but talking to Bush Logic. I'm living the dream and in love with a great woman. It's the best time of my life. Oh, that's really sweet. I'm very happy for you, Carl. That's wonderful.
Thank you, Julie.
It's wonderful being in love, isn't it?
It has its ups and downs, but yeah, it's wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, anyway, Amy said, congrats, Carl. And Dieter said, send that to me, please, the original video, to Grant. Yes. So, well, maybe he can DM it. Jen said, that's amazing, Carl. Enjoy the ride. And
whoa, what is she predicting?
I don't know. I don't know. It is a ride. It definitely. Jen said night to Grant, and Bush Logic said, Pandecolima, I'm cuddling myself. It's cold out here. Well, try to stay warm there, Bush Logic. Like Amy said, stay warm. You should get one of those blanket outfits. Yeah, it can be tough. It's tough being alone and being cold in the winter. But yeah, like it takes getting used to, especially when you're not used to it. I've been there. Miss J said, yeah, it's an awesome trailer. I really want to see Jim in that cave area. Yeah, me too. That's amazing. What a great job he did on that. Grant did an awesome job. Snuggies. Yeah, Snuggies can keep you warm, like Amy said. Samuel said, be sure to drink plenty of, I don't know how to say that. What is this? Wars? I don't know what that is. Something in Australian accent, I guess.
Bottle waters.
Oh, bottle waters. Yes, that's it. Amy said, I saw a clip of the set of the inside of the buildings are filmed inside this set. Oh, really? Cool. It's like Samuel, it's winter in South Africa and Australia now. It's pretty wild. Critter said, yeah, Alabama hits 100 plus degrees Fahrenheit the last 9 weeks. Yikes. And today we had a flood watch at the same time. Wow, that's rough. I hope everything worked out all right. That's some wild weather. It's been today, the last couple days, our heat wave finally broke, but we had heat indexes up close to 100 degrees here in Rhode Island. Bush Logic said, I'm currently in Cape Town. It's sunny yet cold. Seems like the weather will change, though. Wow. Gabrielle said, I would have shit my pants if someone serenaded me mid-interview. Yeah, Gabrielle, that's pretty much what I was doing. Yes, indeed. But I think I brought myself back. I pulled it together, I think, and then I hid my nervousness pretty well, I hope. Amy said that's worse than Texas at the moment. We're at 97 where I am, but humidity has been bad. Yeah, that's still rough though, Amy. Stay cool. I hope you got some good air conditioning. Critter said, I love the love here. Yeah, me too, Critter. You and me both. This community has changed my life, and I love you guys so much. Anyway, please hit the like button, and hopefully more interviews to come. Yeah, Dieter, I can only hope. Fingers crossed. Maybe by the time From comes back around, since I did this press junket interview, This is progress. This is great for my resume, and hopefully it'll lead to more things. So Doc, are we going to dive into the mystery that is Martin tonight?
That we are, and I think all this love stuff is ruining my invasion plans.
Too much lovey-dovey stuff.
Making me all sappy. I'm
Sorry.
supposed to properly subjugate a populace that I'm caring about. I guess
Yeah,
I'll just have to subjugate your leaders instead. Seems like a lot of people don't like any of them.
indeed. That should work. It's like reminded me of that episode of the Simpsons, that there's a classic Halloween episode of The Simpsons where both Bill Clinton and who was the other guy? Both of them, it turned out, were aliens the whole time or something, and like they were both. No, what was it?
Was it
Oh, I
Bob
think I saw
Dole?
that.
Yes, it was Bob Dole. And it was like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. They were like taken by aliens and they were replaced. And both of them, it was an allegory for how the Democratic and Republican parties, a lot of times, like they're kind of just both offering a lot of the same garbage. Not to get into politics, I'm not going to, but I'm just saying, like, in a lot of ways, there are problems on both sides, and it was kind of pointing to that, because it was like, hey, vote for me because you don't have any other option. It's like the lesser of two evils. It's always that way every time, and you don't ever have good options, or it feels that way to me. And in both of them were aliens. They were replaced by aliens. So I thought that was a genius allegory. Anyway, um, dive into Martin. Yes. Gabrielle says, time for a FROMacademy lesson. Amy should have given more context. The set of From is filmed in this building that is where they film the inside areas, like the inside of the homes and the cave system and such. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I wasn't sure what you meant, Amy. Thanks for clarifying. Ricky and the guy who plays Ellis went in there. It's on the Facebook From page. Oh, thanks. I'll have to check that out. I haven't heard any little From tidbits. We could use something. They got to throw us a bone here.
Yeah,
Push
it's cute. It looks like there's almost
Yep.
like a little town inside a building, and it's like the area where they chill out and I guess like eat food and stuff, and then they film inside like those little buildings that are in a building, kind of looks like almost.
Oh, cool. Push Logic says it's good progress and it also gives us a different perspective of this artist or actor's humanity. Yeah, indeed. Indeed. Completely agree. Yeah. Critter said, I'm so fucking hoping that you get more viewers and popularity by the time season 4 comes around, just so I can see you lift off into success. My fingers are crossed so hard they just got arthritis. You are so sweet. Thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Who knows what could happen? I don't believe in myself enough. I realized that. So I'm trying to change that. So yeah, maybe. This has given me a boost in confidence for sure. So we will see. It would be amazing to interview David Alpay. I would love that. What, Doc?
I think you're gonna pop off once the season starts and people are going back to the From lives more. Because right now in the off season, like yeah, there's still some people coming around, but it's not like it was when the show was actually going. So
Right.
once the show starts going again, I think your show is gonna pick back up in viewership, and you're going to get a lot more subs. I think since you've established yourself now too, I think it's going to give you a big benefit.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I think in the off season, it's hard to get as much of an audience, but yeah, maybe when season 4 comes, then things will change. So we will see. Dieter said, I believe in Julie, always have. That's why I started supporting you. Well, thank you very much. Yes, you've always been a big supporter, and that means a lot. I appreciate it. Bush Logic said, it's true, Julie B is moving in the right direction. We are your boost and we will be here. Well, thank you so much for that. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm not used to having a support system to have my back, you know. I've always had a select few people in my life, but never an actual community or a support system or a friend circle. Never really had that until now. So this is like a totally new experience for me, and it's been life-changing too. Chris said we literally have Doug. Tab more or less got David Alpay a bit. You got this, fam. Yeah, well, we're friends with Mr. Doug Hughes. I mean, come on, how cool is that? The man in yellow himself. So anyway, so we are going to be
Who's
diving
this
into
Doug
more.
Hughes fella? I've
He's my
never
birthday
heard of or
twin,
talked to him.
everybody.
What? What was
He's
that?
my birthday twin, everyone.
That's right. He's your birthday twin, and we're gonna have a
He's my
special
birthday twin.
birthday party on oh crud. I can't remember that date. Your birthday.
Well, we're gonna plan something. We're gonna do Mad Libs because I got monster Mad Libs.
That sounds fun.
Mm.
I got your permission, Jill, so we'll do something.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We'll rock the house down with the birthdays.
Yeah, we'll do a birthday stream for your birthday and Doug's. Your I think it's August 15th. So we'll do a celebration stream.
16th.
16th.
But we can do it whenever. It's I'm not. I'm bad with doing it.
I'm bad with dates. It's the 16th. Yes.
All right. We can do it whenever. We're gonna do it in February. 14th. No, I'm kidding.
What? What? Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Amy, it would be tough to get David Alpay on here. I would do it if I could. Like, hey, I would have, trust me, guys, what I say, I would have gotten Keith David on here to talk to you live if I could have and take your questions. But I was lucky to get anything. The bigger the star, the more busy they are, and the more likely that you're just going to get a press junket slot, which is a very small one-on-one. You know, it has to be one-on-one. You can't have anybody with you. That's what I was told. And so it had to be just me and him, and it had to be a limited block of time because he's a busy man. He's you know, Keith David is he's done a lot. He's still very busy even now, and even, you know, some of the actors on From, some of them only do press junkets, and David Alpay is one of them. I haven't seen him do any live streams with anyone. So I don't know. That would be tough, but who knows? I guess stranger things have happened. It might be possible. Because ideally, I would love to have anybody I can come on and talk to you guys and have you guys ask questions too. Share the wealth, you know. Real Cinema, Julie, you are already in the From algo on YouTube, so your channel will pop off when season 4 drops. Thanks. I hope so. I am already in the algorithm for From, and since I'm covering it all year round, that's probably going to bode well for me to stay in the algorithm, because YouTube damn well knows me for it knows me for From. I would have to say I could bank on that, because I've never gone anywhere. I'm the only channel that I know of. I don't know of any other channel that's consistently covered week after week after week and has not stopped since last September in the off season and all.
I was gonna say, I think Parkland Media is still putting them out almost daily, but I think he did stop for a while.
Yeah, he took breaks. Yeah, we don't take breaks here. We didn't take even a single break. Not a single break. Not one week.
Level of commitment.
Yeah.
Well, we had extenuating circumstances before where we had to take a break, but it was unplanned. And that's the key word there. It was unplanned. So we had intended on being here every week.
I still had one in my basement by myself.
I remember when you fell asleep on one during one. And you were just there asleep the whole time, listening to us.
Yeah. I had strange dreams.
We can get, let's manifest it. Let's all think positive, like Critter. We can get David Alpay. Yes, let's say it with us. Yes, we can do this. We can manifest this.
you
It's the
have those
first time for
dolls.
everything.
You can
Huh?
enchant those dolls.
Yeah. We can summon him, maybe summon him with our jade dolls. Yeah, maybe. Hey, stranger things have happened. Maybe this is the first time for everything. We could be the first live stream that he comes and shows up on. Who knows? Anyway, so what do we have on deck for diving into Martin tonight?
Martin. All right.
Martin, everyone.
I figure since these can sometimes be cut short, sometimes they go long. We'll start right off with the whole scammer thing, and then we can go further into Martin theories. All right. So, how do you spot a scammer? So, if a person, all right, hold on 1 second. I gotta fix my chair here.
We gotta get comfortable with us. Everybody get coffee or a snack.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, my
Get your
chair
note.
tends to fall apart on me. So spotting, so I put some bullet points. How to tell if someone is trying to scam or swindle you in person. In-person scams are fraudulent schemes conducted face-to-face, often targeting individuals in public spaces, at home, or through door-to-door interactions. Scammers exploit trust, urgency, and distraction to extract money, personal information, or valuables. Common examples include door-to-door sales, charity collections, investment pitches, street games, and tech support scams. So some key indicators of in-person scams. Unsolicited contact. Scammers approach you without prior arrangement, such as door-to-door sales, street solicitations. They will pressure for immediate action. They will insist on quick decisions or payments. They tend to request for unsecure payment methods. They will prefer cash, gift cards, or wire transfers, which are hard to trace. They tend to be a refusal to provide receipts or documentation. They avoid leaving a paper trail, and there tend to be offers that seem to be too good to be true, with promises of high returns, free gifts, or exclusive deals. So some protective measures: verify identities, ask for identification, and contact the organization independently using official contact details. Consult trusted individuals, discuss suspicious offers with friends or family. Research offers, use official resources to check for legitimacy, and secure your information. Never share personal or financial details with unsolicited contacts. And be cautious with your payment methods. Avoid paying with cash, gift cards, or wire transfers to strangers. And if you do suspect a scam, stop the interaction immediately, report the incident to local authorities or consumer protection agencies, and secure your accounts.
And don't drop that rope.
Right, don't drop the rope.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think he's a big time scammer, but maybe
Rope
he's
or soap?
Oh.
That's what I was thinking myself.
I think it was a pun.
Yes. Anyway.
Don't drop the rope, Julie.
Yeah, that would be me.
My comment was so innocent.
Yeah.
I don't know, a scammer. Do you think that definition is Martin?
I think Martin does. But let's see here. So I put together a comparison. So unsolicited contact. Let's see. So scammers often use unsolicited contact. Martin initiated contact with Boyd, who was trapped in a well after going through a faraway tree. Martin immediately asked Boyd if Boyd was real, and then offered help in exchange for Boyd killing him. Well, technically,
okay.
he says he asked Boyd, can you help me? And Boyd said, yeah, I'll do anything. And it was almost like Martin comes out right away as Rumpelstiltskin trying to make a deal. And I feel like that ties back to all the deal-based magic that we've been dealing with in this show here, which
good observation.
Which is also common with fairy folk. I'm not talking about my kind, the Alphabet Mafia, either.
The what mafia?
Alphabet.
I never heard that. That's a good one.
I did not make it up. I heard it from a Gen Zer.
That was in one of Dave Chappelle's stand-ups too. I think he talked about the Alphabet Mafia.
Oh yeah, maybe that's where it's from.
Name drop.
But yeah, let's see. So yeah. So it was almost like a deal was made there, whether or not Boyd realized it. Later, when Julie is transported to the dungeon ruins, Martin also addresses her by name and tells her to leave, warning her that it's not safe. That doesn't really have as much to do with that particular thing. All right, so pressure for immediate action. Scammers insist on quick decisions or payments and create a sense of urgency to bypass careful consideration. This is also a common sales tactic. When I worked in sales, we would try to create a sense of urgency with the customer, like the rates change based upon availability. So if you call back, the rate could actually change. Usually it goes up as we sell rooms. I've worked in the hotel industry. And it was true though, because on occasion, we'd be in the middle of making a sale and all of a sudden the price would jump up. Very rarely would it drop. I think I only encountered that once or twice, but usually it would go up. And so that was true. But yeah, it's a known sales and scam method. And for Martin, let's see, he repeatedly pressured Boyd to act quickly, stating, "We're out of time. You have to help out before the music stops," because they were coming. He also urged Boyd to hurry and stop wasting time. Similarly, he told Julie to leave immediately as it was unsafe. This consistent creation of urgency aligns perfectly with scammer tactics. Well, request for unsecured payment methods isn't really a one-for-one here. But
please give me your credit card number.
Right. Martin was not asking Boyd for his credit card number, but that would have been really funny.
Sure, we could like make one of those ourselves.
But the deal that they did kind of make ultimately served the malevolent entities, it seemed, from Bill. Boyd ultimately did not honor his promise to unalive Martin, but the broader game in Fromville involves entities that feed on hope and suffering, which could be considered their form of payment or sustenance from the trapped residents. It's a little bit of a stretch.
Did
I feel like
did he promise to kill him? I can't even remember.
No, he didn't. But when he was in the well, he promised that he would do anything.
Oh, anything. Yeah, gotcha.
And Martin brings that up too. Says, you said you would do anything. We had a deal.
Yeah. Scammer.
And he says that straightforward. We had a deal.
Yeah.
And I didn't see Martin hand Boyd a receipt either. So yeah.
Right? I know. He did not get a receipt for those worms. I know when I get worms here on Planet X, we get receipts with it.
Oh yeah? Do the worms themselves give you the receipt, or is the person that gives you the receipt?
The person who gives me them.
Oh, okay.
It's mandatory.
How long is the
pets? Sorry.
How long is the
with a lot of
warranty
variety
on worms?
Oh, okay.
How long is the warranty on worms, guys?
30 days.
Oh, but you know, if I buy it with my MasterCard, they extend it to 90, I think.
Yeah, maybe. That's probably a deal with MasterCard.
Yeah, do you take MasterCard on Planet Dirt? I mean, your planet, not planet Dirt. How horrible
They
of
could
me
be
to
they can be
say that
exchanged
you
for
lived on planet Dirt, your home planet. I am so
on
sorry.
Planet X. Yeah. Um,
Yeah, sorry.
but yeah, no, they'll exchange it for credits. Yeah,
Okay.
because we can use that when trying to take over to like bribe politicians and other things.
Mhm. Bribes.
Yeah, we have super PACs in like several Planet Dirts because we reach out to multiple timelines. Anyway,
Super packs. Oh, credit,
oh, go
credits,
ahead. Yeah, I forgot about the chat.
credits.
You're just thinking about worms and credits. You know.
Credit. This is very sweet. Yeah, yeah. Amy was talking about how far she walked, and I said, yeah, I wish I could still walk that far. I can't. I can't walk that far anymore. Um, but we're both going through our own stuff, and he knows. He said, "I love you both. Proud of you both. Both y'all's strength are admirable. Keep staying strong and keep going on." Amy, I find my best sleep was after I quit smoking and had stimulants. Yeah, I'm sure that definitely helped. Yeah. So highly advise against smoking for many reasons. But yeah, thank you for the very sweet comment, Critter. You're such a sweetheart. And we love you too, Teeter. That was kind of you to put in the chat and encouraging Amy. Yes, Amy, you are an amazing lady, beautiful, kind, and very, very smart. Yes, indeed. Um,
Now, I assure you, my critter has been properly wormed.
Yikes.
Okay. So where were we at now? Where
All right,
were
let's see. Oh, yes, receipts and documentation. Carl brought that up, and that is here on the list. Scammers avoid leaving paper trail, can be vague or refuse to provide details about their operations. And well, Martin conspicuously avoided answering Boyd's direct questions about who they are and who did this to you. Instead of giving a direct answer, he deflected with compliments like, "You have a kind face," or by reiterating their deal. His calm, intentional avoidance of these answers, rather than being hysterical, as a genuinely desperate prisoner might be, kind of highlights a manipulation tactic to keep Boyd from asking critical questions. The evasion of clear answers about, overarching threats kind of aligns with scammers' refusal to provide transparent documentation or details. Um, and let's see. Yeah. Well, they also provide offers that seem too good to be true. Scammers make promises of high returns, free gifts, or exclusive deals. Martin's offer to help Boyd escape seemed like a great benefit at a desperate moment. However, it came with the extreme and shocking condition of, well, unaliving Martin and giving Boyd cicada nymph worms under his skin. Furthermore, the consequences of this deal were ultimately negative for the town. Um, Although they did give Julie knowledge through the chain of events. Um, so that's another conversation that we'll get into a little bit later. But yeah, um, but it was in a large way negative for the town. They lost a bunch of lives in the town, and Randall doesn't seem to be too happy. Neither does Marielle. The transfer of the worms, presented as Martin's only escape from suffering, resulted in the unleashing of new threats, specifically the cicadas, Smiley's rebirth. But I mean, it was also used to unalive Smiley and rebirth him, I guess, in a way. Maybe the act of giving Boyd the worms didn't help anyone, and it was all manipulation, according to some Redditors. But I disagree, because I think if that hadn't happened, then Julie wouldn't be up to the story walk. But I'm still not 100% sure if her story walking is a good thing, but I think it might be. At least it's entertaining. This outcome, detrimental to Boyd and the town, indicates that The offer, while initially appealing, was part of a larger deceptive scheme. Adding to the deception, Martin's warning to Boyd to leave before the music stops because they are coming was kind of contradicted when Boyd later destroys the music box, which stops the music to free Julie, Marielle, and Randall from the music box monster's influence. The inconsistency could imply that Martin was either lying or misdirecting Boyd about the music box's true purpose. Then I have some additional points, but want to hear what if you folks have anything to say first.
Well, I've always thought that Martin is a scammer. I don't buy all of his nonsense. I think that he's running a scam. I don't think that what he was saying is even true. That he was being kept alive for all this time by the worms. I think so. The idea of him as a scammer, it fits for me because I've always thought of him as an illusion. He's just a mind fuck for Boyd. I think that he's some resident of town who died there, and this place is using his image, or somehow using him in some regard as a vessel for the worms, but it's not really him anymore. Whoever it was who lived there. That's what I think. This in the same way that it used Abby in the spider webs. That wasn't really Abby. Abby's ghost or whatever it was, that wasn't really her. And Abby in real life was never, trapped in supernatural spider webs. So, she's dead. So if he can use her image in that way to manipulate and mind fuck with Boyd, then why not some other town resident that we never met? And so I think the same of Martin. I think it's just a mind fuck for Boyd. All the stuff he said about what if Abby was right? What if it was all just a dream? What if it's all just a dream? That's meant to make him think maybe none of this is real. Maybe he's going crazy. Maybe he's in a coma somewhere and none of this is happening. And that's what he started to think because of all of that mind fuckery that Martin pulled, bringing up Abby like that, getting in his head, all the weird surreal stuff with the worms. But that comment was designed to make him think he was going crazy, not trust his own judgment. And then his leadership would falter as a result, and the whole town would be put at risk. So, yeah, he's full of it. He said, "You've got to hurry. You've got to get back before they come." Who's they? I don't think anyone was ever actually coming. The only thing that showed up. Pause. The only thing that showed up. The only thing that came, pause, were the worms. because what happened when the music stopped, if we're to take him at his word, he said, when the music, if you don't get out of here before the music stops, they're going to be here, to paraphrase what he said. Well, the music stopped, the music ended, the music box finished, and the worms showed up. Nobody showed up. Nobody came. It was the worms. That's when all of a sudden the worms showed up in his arm and he infected Boyd. So misleading from the jump. And he's like, I need you to kill me. I think all of that was a bunch of nonsense too. Getting him to come closer to him. Oh, and also the fact that he has a Marine tattoo.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the same thing. I have this feeling that he might not be a Marine.
Yeah, exactly. Either that or he's some random town resident from the past who happened to be a Marine, so that this place used his image to reel Boyd in, leave no man behind, to get him to stick around long enough to get the worms, because that was part of the game. He had to stay long enough for the music to stop, and the whole point was to get him to stay, not go. That Marine tattoo is what really sealed the deal, because their whole mantra is the military, leave no man behind, and Boyd is a military man. So there you go. Yeah, that's my assessment. But it's totally up for debate, but that's just how I've always felt about it. Gabrielle said, why use a face Boyd wouldn't recognize then? Abby could have given him the worms way easier. Indeed, that's a good point, Gabrielle. I don't know. I think the fact that he had a Marine tattoo would work really well, you know, but you're right that Abby could have given him the worms easier. Indeed.
I
Real.
think
Go ahead.
I think that Martin, whatever Martin was or is, whatever, was actually chained there by those chains. Simply because we saw them use the torch in a way that would kind of be used with Dark Fae as like a force to reveal, like how it revealed the music box in the tower and everything for Boyd, or the dungeon. So I think that they might be going that route a little bit with some of the folklore and using iron to bind Martin, whatever Martin was, with the chains.
Interesting with the iron. Yeah,
Possibly.
I like that. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Real Cinema said, I agree. Martin is lying to Boyd. The proof is that he knew Julie. He was acting super weird. He started talking to Julie in a totally different tone than he talked to Boyd when Julie showed up to throw the rope. So that's another thing that was sketchy as hell. And we were joking, Scarlett and I would joke about how Martin was just in between. You know, he would just let himself out of the chains until Julie showed up and just like have a smoke break or have a drink over to the side. That's what he was doing. And, oh, Julie's coming. Got to get back in the chains.
That's down the.
Someone, I think it might have been the Faceless Girl or TV Theories, I think is the channel name, had mentioned something about the place being kind of like a karmic prison. And it made me think of how a lot of Fromville is set up like a game board, and like, and especially like how you use the talismans and everything too. And you have all these faraway trees that, you know, play like Chutes and Ladders in a way, but or Snakes and Ladders, depending on where you are. I feel like this place could be used kind of like a karmic prison. If people are being reincarnated and returning here, they could be taking people out of, or even in this case, maybe a dark fae, you know, depending on who's manipulating who, and trapping them here, and then they can't reincarnate, and they're also kind of stuck there. It's also like a place outside of time.
Yeah. I like that idea of a karmic prison outside of time, and it is definitely it's indisputably a karmic prison in that Jade and Tabitha. Well, first of all, the monsters were trapped there because they sacrificed their children for immortality. So it's their karmic prison, but more than anything else, it's Tabitha and Jade's karmic prison because they keep getting reincarnated over and over again until they can figure out how to fix their original mistake. It seems awfully harsh. They're not the ones who sacrificed the kids. They just failed to effectively stop it. And who knows what the extenuating, there could have been all kinds of circumstances that stopped them. But now they're being punished over and over. It's very much part of a karmic cycle or a karmic loop that they've got to get out of. Amy, that's interesting. I wonder if Martin knows the Man in Yellow character. Maybe. What, Doc?
And so if they trapped Tabitha and Jade there, they would be taken out of play and would not be able to reincarnate. Possibly, I'm guessing.
Wait, say that again.
I'm just like thinking hypothetically, if Jade and Tabitha were chained up there, then they wouldn't be able, and like were somehow like kept alive, like via those cicadas, cicada larvae or something, like was predicted with Martin. Then they would be essentially taken out of play and wouldn't be able to keep going back and messing with the nightmare creatures and everyone else's game of torturing people.
Yeah, that's true. if they really can, if that's a real thing and it wasn't just nonsense, I mean, this place, who knows what you can trust and what you can't. But if indeed he was being kept alive by the worms, then that would be a way they could be taken out of play. Oops, I was going to highlight this one because I already did that other one. Gabrielle said the only reason I think Martin really is a resident of Fromville who was trapped. Oh yeah, I think so too. But I think maybe he already died before, and they're just, this place is using his image like it used Abby in the webs, in the spider webs. Maybe. She said, I love the idea that nothing was ever coming. I'm telling you, think about it. Think about what he said. He said, he said, get out of here before the music stops. You have to get out of here, or they're coming when the music stops. Well, guess what? The music stopped. We didn't see anybody show up. Well, what happened was the worms came. So when he said they, I think he was talking about the worms. That's when the worms were going to come, to the surface of his skin and force him to kind of, infect Boyd. Martin seemed to completely lose control of himself. And he had a different demeanor, and all of a sudden he just scratched Boyd. And that's what happened. The worms took over, and they came. So he was right. He wasn't lying. Someone came, or something. They, plural, they can refer to a thing, to insects or worms. They're not insects, but you know what I mean. Yeah. So that's what I think. I mean, are they insects? I don't even know. Do worms count as insects?
Cicadas are. I think worms might be another class of animal.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's right. These are
they're
cicada
insects.
nymphs. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So they are.
saw a casing from a cicada when I was walking around the woods today.
Oh.
Kind of interesting. It was right on a twig, but you could see the part in the back where they split out. It was kind of cool. It was kind of cool.
Cool. Yeah.
I didn't take it home or anything.
Interesting. Yeah, that'd be kind of nasty. The souvenir. Critter says, I think Martin is legit. The place may be locked in time, but Martin has seen what comes and what came. He has been trapped a while and has seen a lot and can't go anywhere. That very well could be, and it may be that they were just, either way, the worms were in him and took him over, and that's what showed up when the music stopped. So he wasn't lying in a way, either way. Gabrielle said, I think he recognized Julie because she story walked before, so maybe she'll visit when he was originally a resident. That could be. He acted like he had recognized her. He really did. Yeah. Interesting stuff. Amy said, I wonder if the 3 J's found out about people asking how Martin threw the rope down, so they put it in there for us. I wonder that myself. The who threw the rope thing was so popular. Oh my God. I wonder. I have to believe in them enough that I think this was part of their master plan to begin with, because if you think about it, the whole throwing of the rope thing is integral to the way time travel works in this show. That's a form of story walking, aka time travel. And I think when they did this, they probably were planning on always showing us how it was done to complete the loop. They'd have to. They had to be planning on showing us how this story walking, aka time travel loop, is completed. And I think this is how story walking is always going to work. We've already seen it. You can't change a story that's already been told. Julie was completing an action that had already been done. She already threw the rope to Boyd, and all she was doing is just completing the loop. Boyd was always supposed to get out of there. In her present time, there he was. So she was completing something that already happened. She wasn't going back and changing anything. If she hadn't gone and story walked and did this in season 3, then it would have changed the fabric of her present reality. So that's why this is a bootstrap paradox with no clear start or finish. And she did not actually change anything. That's why, I won't go off on a tangent on this, but I don't think she can save Jim, because we already saw him die. So that's it. He's already dead. Like, she was always meant to throw the rope to Boyd, because it's a loop. Anyway, the point is, I think they were probably going to plan on showing us that to begin with. Probably just because of that, because they didn't just decide for the hell of it they're gonna do. Let's throw time travel in the mix in this mystery box series. I
don't think anybody does that lightly, because it's also timey-wimey and you have to do so much.
Exactly. Like I have more faith in the showrunners than that. Some people think that was thrown in just for the hell of it, like it wasn't planned from the beginning. On Lost, they didn't plan on time travel being part of the show in the beginning. With From, you have to learn from mistakes of the past and plan everything out ahead of time when it's a mystery box. Not everything, but the major plot points. And time travel is way too dicey to just decide on a whim. We're going to add it later to spice things up. Things are getting stagnant. Let's throw in time travel. No, I think that was planned from the start. So once they had the Martin throwing the rope, I mean, the rope getting thrown thing, I think they planned on showing us how it was done. Anyway, I'll stop rambling.
It's all right. I think, yeah, I agree. I think the time traveling, the time looping, was always planned from the start. I think we can see evidence of that from when she found the bracelet there, right? As well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they planned that at least as early as season 2, but I feel like that's something that was just planned out from the start with all the repeating cycles and everything else. It all seems to be loops and cycles and where things come from and what is fate and so on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, so deceptive tactics and impossible knowledge. Knowing personal information, Martin shocked Boyd by asking, "You ever wonder if Abby was right?" referring to Boyd's deceased wife and her theory about everyone in town is just sleeping. Martin also knew Julie's name without clear prior meeting in the timeline, in the linear timeline. This supernatural or time displaced knowledge is a strong indicator that Martin is more than just a trapped human, and entities in Fromville are known to know personal details about residents without having met them. It's also weird because he doesn't seem to know who Boyd is, but yet he knows who Boyd's wife is, unless he has met Abby before. And there are theories about that. Let's see here. Changing demeanor and misdirection. Martin's personality seems to shift, becoming creepy and infecting Boyd with worms after Boyd got close or the music started playing. Furthermore, his warning about the music stopping and they are coming contradicts later events when Boyd's, oh yeah, I already said that part. Manipulative compliments. Martin employed compliments like, "You have a kind face," to lower Boyd's guard, enabling him to get close. This tactic is similar to how scammers build trust. I think also the whole Marine thing, the Marine tattoo, like Julie pointed out, that was all part of the whole trust building tactic and kind of trying to get Boyd to think less critically, especially with the whole no man left behind thing, would make him sympathetic to try to help Martin because he's reminded of the motto as well. Let's see.
Yeah, it sounds like I was kind of jumping ahead with all the Abby stuff, but I always
that's
get hung up
okay.
on that.
No, it's good. And let's see. Ulterior motives and entities benefit. Many theories suggest Martin's primary motivation was to serve a larger malevolent entity or to continue a game or cycle. The transfer of the worms to Boyd, initiated by Martin saying, "My blood is your blood," is widely interpreted as a setup that ultimately resulted in negative consequences. And Martin's statement that the monsters are just the tip of the spear implies a larger unseen evil, a hierarchy controlling Fromville, for whom Martin might be an unwitting agent or witting agent. And then for additional points here, let's see. Actually, nope, I just covered those. So those are my points on whether or not Martin is a scammer or not. And I think he is. I think that's the evidence that I can put forth. Others might have more evidence, like Julie was presenting. What's the chat got to say, or what do you folks have to say? What do you folks think?
Let's see. Well,
Oh, Scarlett's trying to fix her audio.
yes. Just the tip of the spear, LOL. Yes, Amy. That one of his very memorable quotes. The monsters, oh, they're just the tip of the spear. Yeah. It's and that's something I had forgotten about too, and I was thinking about Martin. Yeah, that even though I think he's a scammer, 100%, you know, he's a scammer, or the place is using him to scam Boyd. Either or. Mainly, I think it's the place using him to scam Boyd. But I think that it let a kernel of truth out, though. It doesn't mean that everything he said was bullshit. And I do believe what he said about the monsters being the tip of the spear is correct. That part is true. And we've seen that already, that it's true. We've met the man in yellow. I mean, hello, like clearly he's a higher level threat than the monsters because he can be out in the daytime. And, you know, so he probably has some sort of control over the monsters. So if they're the tip of the spear, then somebody's got to be holding that spear, and I think that would have to be the man in yellow, or at the very least, he's part of the mechanism, you know, leading to whoever's holding the spear. Maybe there's there's the tip of the spear, then maybe the man in yellow is kind of the stick in between, and there could be a higher level entity holding the spear. Amy said Martin wanted to get rid of the worm so he could finally die. He had been tormented. Yeah, maybe it was exactly like he said, and he really was being kept alive by the worms. Either way, no matter what, I think we can all agree that what he said about Abby, what if Abby was right? I mean, maybe we can't all agree, but I mean, I think a lot of us agree that some entity, whether it was him or some entity talking through him, was trying to mess with Boyd's head, because there's no way he could have known about Abby. If he was really chained up there all this time, tormented, how did he know anything about Abby? Some entity was channeling itself through him. So, and it was meant to mess with his head. Critter said, just to let you know, time travel is complex and you have to have it figured out. Absolutely. I'm literally working on a time travel series at the moment. Oh, that's so awesome, Critter. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. You got this. And yes, it sounds like you know what you're doing, because yes, you're absolutely right. You have to have it figured out from the jump. Otherwise, you're going to be in a world of problems and a world of hurt. Oh, look, with three of us here, I just got to point this out. We're back in our perfect position so that Doc's head is right over his body. And you can see me going in the tree, and the man in yellow's in the background. There we go. That's just right. With Dieter's background that he made. And Carl, I forget what we said about Carl. Carl was like right in line with a certain area of Doc. I don't know.
Oh yeah, before he was pointing at it like he was gonna like crash into me.
Oh yeah.
Crash into and crush my nether regions.
Yeah.
Now he's being projected from them.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Doc? Too? You said saying something else.
I sent you on Discord a link to the folder with all the files here.
Oh, okay. I'll pull it up.
And I'm reading from file number 1, Martin Comprehensive. And I'm actually going to skip all the theories for now because those go on for a while and we could be there all night. So before we get to the theories, I figured we'll go over esoteric symbolism that people have pointed out with Martin, because I feel like we're not going to get to that if we go through all the theories.
Okay,
And
yeah, whatever you'd like to do. And
so in that file, that is part 7. So you'd have to like scroll down to part 7. If you click at least on my phone, if I click the little scroll bar, it actually allows me to select the section.
Okay, which one is it?
The first file, and it's section 7, esoteric and symbolic elements related to Martin.
Okay.
Yep, so that file.
So this one. Mm-hmm.
And then in the
Martin
file, it's section 7.
comprehensive.
Yep.
Okay.
I was a bit more organized
And we can
with everything
always
this time.
and we can always, if we don't have time for enough of this, we can always do a part 2 as well.
Well, I feel like a lot's
It
going to
was taking
circle
a little
back
time
to
from.
Martin as we're talking about the cicadas and the music box monster. And anything that we don't cover, we'll circle back to. Plus, we might end up having community theories by then too about Martin and other things to read. So we'll probably have a community theory and Martin cicada music box monster wrap up after we cover the others anyway. So yeah, we'll circle back.
Okay. Well, I got esoteric and symbolic elements related to Martin here.
Perfect.
That
All right.
okay.
So these were pulled from a ton of sources. I wish it had a. Okay, some of them actually cite people that I got it from. All right. So esoteric and symbolic elements related to Martin. Martin is steeped in a rich tap. My God, I can't talk right now. Let me sit down. I have an easier time reading. Martin is steeped in a rich tapestry of esoteric symbolism, drawing parallels from various folklore traditions and religious archetypes. As a religious and spiritual allegory, Martin may symbolize Christ consciousness or the Christ consciousness archetype. As detailed in section 2C, oh my God, this thing is extensive for me. Martin serves as an archetype, an echo of Christ consciousness, exiled from the surface world, resembling a crucified Christ. This symbolizes a sacred truth that has been hidden or forgotten. Some also theorize that symbolizes sacred truth and awakening. The dungeon's purpose is seen as punishing or awakening or revealing truth, pushing characters towards introspection and facing their inner shadows, fears, and secret feelings to achieve their own Christ consciousness. I think a lot of this came from Marvelous. The name will come back to me. I'll see it in here again. But she's awesome. She doesn't have enough followers to. Hold on, let me pull her.
Oh yeah. I'm familiar with her. I've enjoyed Ellen. Is it Ellen?
Ellen, yes, Ellen the Marvelous. I love her.
Yes. She's awesome. I've talked to her on YouTube as well, and she's supported my channel, and she's awesome. Yeah, more people should support Ellen. Well, I'll find a link to her channel and drop it in here.
Let's see here.
Yeah, Ellen covers From as well, and she has some awesome ideas. She should get more attention.
She has amazing insight that I don't see anywhere else.
Very creative thinker. Yeah, absolutely.
She dives into a lot of Jungian psychology stuff. Oh, the pup needs to go out. 1 second.
Okay, no worries. Let's see. Dieter says Julie Doc and Pandecolima too, with Scarlet dropping theories new. In FROMacademy, they play so sly, teasing truths with a wink and eye. Are you lost or just high? Thanks for that, Dieter. Critter said on Lost, they realized at season 4 they had 3 seasons to end it. They added the time travel because they had wanted it since season 2 to go with Dharma. Oh, okay. The Lindelof saw it way before he added it. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I knew they didn't know it from the very beginning. That's all I knew. But yeah, they knew enough that they hadn't planned out everything. Things were different back then with network TV. Like, it was a different time and shows were run differently. But yeah, they from I heard that from season 4 onward, they had a clear plan of going forward, like how they were going to end the show. Jackson Rains says, I believe Martin is a reincarnated version of an original parent or member of one of the children who didn't go along with or try to stop the deal with the Yellow King. Okay, could be, yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Bush Logic, Discord can be tricky to navigate. You're not the only one. YouTube is enough social media. I'm a 32-year-old man who has distanced himself from socials for a while now. Yeah. We do need each other on here, you know, like social media can be tricky to navigate, but it really does bring people together, and you can find amazing communities of support. You know, like especially when, like me, I know a lot of people have the problem that I have, which is a family that's not supportive. You know, I have family very close to me, just don't care, and I never see them, and so I don't have friends around here either, other than Doc, who I met through this community. He just happens to live nearby. So you know, social media can bring us together and give us a sense of community. That's what I try to build here in this community on this channel, and people like Koala T Reacts. Brian does the same thing in his community, and it's just about coming together and sharing our struggles together and supporting each other. So it's worth it to, you know, it's worth it to navigate the dicey waters of social media, including Discord. Trust me, Discord it's not the most user friendly, but it's worth it to figure it out as you go, and you can always ask for help. You can always DM me or DM Dieter, and we'll help you out with anything you can't figure out as you're getting used to it, if you want to try it more. Because we do a lot of fun watch parties, and it's a great way to keep the conversation going when we're not doing live streams. Doc dropped the link. He was quicker than me. I had it copied and I was going to drop it, but there it is. That's Ellen the Marvelous's YouTube channel. Check her out. Throw her a sub. She's really creative and interesting and insightful, and she deserves much more attention than she's getting. Dieter said, we are here for you. It's far. Wish we were closer to each other, but every time I'm here, it feels like we are so close. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's the same with all of us. It doesn't matter how far apart we are across all this distance. You know, all this technology, it's amazing how it can bring us all together, and it's a beautiful thing. Carl has the like count at 17. Please hit the like if you haven't already. That would be much appreciated. Help us get more visibility out there. And Teeter said Bush Logic found the Keith David emoji. Yeah, he made a Keith David emoji. Dieter made a Keith David emoji in my Discord. A great one of a headshot that Keith David did. And I used it as part of my thumbnail for my interview with him too. So yeah, awesome. Some of this random stuff I see in the chat when I haven't glanced at it in a while is really funny. I'm like, what in the world? the odd tangents we go off on. Oh, hey there, JT Moore. He says Martin is just like when Jacob died on Lost. Spoilers for Lost, guys. Luckily, I'm close enough to the finish line with Lost that I'm not worried anymore about spoilers. I already saw the part where Jacob died, so I'm good on that. I'm in season 6 of Lost. I have not finished it yet, but I'm getting close. I've got to make some time to watch a few episodes. My life has been really crazy recently, and just a lot of changes happening, and in my usual battle every day with my pain. But I'm gonna finish Lost hopefully soon, and have another watch party in Discord when I do. Keep finishing season 6, and I'll tag all the Losties who I can think of whenever I do it, like always. So if you want to join those, let me know if there are any Losties I've missed who I haven't tagged for these little mini parties, then let me know and I'll tag you the next time. Because I know Susie, Justin White, and let's see who else. Martin, who sadly is not here for his own theme night tonight. But his time difference can be a problem. I'm sure he's in the UK, but hopefully he can catch the replay. Yeah, no Martin here. So sad. Yeah. Anyway, JT Moore also said Michael unleashed something worse than just the tip of this spear. Okay, so he's comparing it to Jacob dying on Lost, because Michael unleashed some. So I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe I haven't gotten far enough in Lost to understand how Jacob dying unleashes something worse. So I'll have to try and think about that when I get to that point. Anyway, let's see.
Okay.
Did I miss anything?
So-
Oh, we can keep on going now. Oh wait, just a sec, Doc.
Sure.
I just see a comment from Steve here I want to highlight. Just popping in to say
Yeah, he's
hi.
here.
Yeah, Steve. My grandmother, I'm sorry your grandmother isn't feeling well. Our prayers and thoughts are with you. So I've been sitting by her bed, or with you and her, I should say. I'll pop back in later if I can. Congrats on the interview, Julie. You did such a great job. Thank you so much for the kind words, Steve. And I really hope your grandma feels better. And you are a rock star. You deserve the world for what you're doing for your grandmother.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That takes a lot.
It takes immense strength and compassion to do that, to be a caretaker for a family member. It's not easy. It's taxing. So please make sure you practice enough self-care, Steve. I can't stress that enough. I didn't do that enough when I was a caregiver for my grandma with my mom, and I paid the price for it later. So please, like, take care of yourself. Don't forget to get whatever self-care in that you can, and make sure that you're taking care of you too. That's so important, because you might not realize it until later how it's affecting you. I didn't realize it until much later. Anyway, Critter said the Desmond episode, The Constant, is literally the best Lost episode, but also shows that they actually planned to include it. Absolutely. Yeah, it's an amazing episode. I loved it. Okay. Critter, yes, we fucking love Doc in this community. Yes, we
Aw,
sure
thank
do.
you.
We sure do. Stevens, you sexy bastard. Anyway,
Well, we ran late because Stephen wasn't here to sacrifice the virgin chicken of summoning. So
oh yeah, that's right. That's why we were so late. It's all Steve's fault. We didn't have
no, we can't
him.
blame Stephen because he's doing a good deed.
Yeah, okay, you get a pass, Steve.
But
He
it
said
shows
thanks.
no good deed goes unpunished.
Right. He said thanks everyone. I appreciate the kind words. I'll be back if I can, but if not, I'll definitely catch the rewatch. Awesome, Steve. Well, we'll miss you, and yeah, best wishes for your grandma. Hope she feels better. And we'll see you soon. Anyway, so where were we, Doc?
Okay. So let's see. I think I read this part. Sacred Truth and Awakening. The dungeon's purpose is seen as punishing by awakening or revealing truth, pushing characters towards introspection and facing their inner shadows, fears, and secret feelings to achieve their own Christ consciousness. That was from Ellen the Marvelous. And then Lennon app on Reddit has a deep dive into Martin, and he mentions that, or they mention, sorry, the name Martin has Latin origins tied to Mars, the Roman god of war and fertility. This connection is noteworthy given Martin's background as a United States Marine, and theories suggesting his bloodworms might be transferred to others, linking to a fertility aspect, such as Fatima's pregnancy. And then this is all caps, so I'm assuming it's an acronym. AMMAN NTRA on Reddit posted some Norse parallels about From, and mentions that the faraway tree draws parallel to Norse myth of Leif and Leifrasir, surviving Ragnarok by hiding in a tree, which is then compared to the biblical story of Adam and Eve, suggesting a cyclical nature of survival and repopulation. There was something in there that was associated with Martin that it didn't really pull up, but that's all right. And mythological and folklore parallels. The hero's journey, you pointed this out, noted that Ethan's dialogue with Julie referencing a threshold alludes to Joseph Campbell's hero's theory. I guess that's talking about, and that's referring to Julie entering the dungeon. And Tony Teflon theorizes that the primary entities controlling Fromville are Jinn, entities from folklore capable of shape-shifting, possession, and madness, who grant wishes in a twisted manner. Martin's role as a trapped entity or vessel with mysterious knowledge aligns with characteristics of these manipulative beings. I don't know if Tony actually pointed that out about Martin, but it's kind of connecting with Tony's theory a little bit there. And I think we all know about Tony, so check him out if you don't. That's at Teflon TV here on YouTube.
Yes.
Fate Decided draws a parallel between Martin's eternal entrapment in the dungeon and figures from Greek mythology like Sisyphus, condemned to an endless task, or Atlas, burdened with holding up the world. This suggests Martin's role is a perpetual fated confinement as a middleman for the dungeon. Our very own Michael Gmerkin uses the metaphor of Tithonus, an immortal who ages endlessly, to describe Martin's prolonged suffering and emaciated state. Boggarts and malevolent spirits, the music box monster's torments, invisible presence, signify the music, manipulation, and shape-shifting abilities mirror the mischievous and malevolent nature of Boggarts in English folklore, as well as Puka, the shape-shifting creature, which is a type of Celtic fairy. It's renowned for its extensive shape-shifting abilities, aligning with the music box monster's various forms and ability to mimic human speech. Fetches and harbingers, the escalating music box melody as a harbinger of the monster's presence, as parallels to fetches in Celtic folklore, which are apparitions of a living person signaling impending death. Drogar and underground dwellers, the creatures associated with the music box monster and Martin himself as a prisoner, are linked by some to living underground, similar to Drogar from Norse mythology, which are revived creatures that inhabit underground spaces. There's also the Slua, and so entities in Fromville, including the music box monster and Martin, no personal details about residents without having met them. This also aligns with the Slua, ghostly supernatural beings from Scottish folklore and Gaelic folklore, who can alter their appearance to be recognizable. Revenants, the concept of a revenant, a revived corpse that haunts the living, found in Celtic and Norse mythology, also offers parallel to creatures in Fromville. And then we have King in Yellow lore. The Man in Yellow character draws parallels to the King in Yellow from literary folklore, representing forbidden knowledge and malevolence. And I've got other esoteric and symbolic elements, but did anyone want to say anything before I move on?
Yeah, this yeah, the way that he knew personal details without having met him, that's interesting. I like this. I had no idea that that Martin had so many connections to folklore. That I just figured he was an original creation of the writers, but reading this and hearing you read it, it's fascinating. There are strong parallels to various characters in folklore and also religion. The in the previous section, the Christ analogy kind of hits you right in the face with the pose that he's in with his arms out. He's in that Christ figure pose, and he's suffering, and it's so that's a strong parallel. The mythological parallels of like the Slua, being able to alter their appearance to be recognizable. This is, and having supernatural knowledge, knowing personal details like what Abby said. What if it's all just a dream? Really fascinating stuff. I love that I really do think the writers clearly drew on mythology. I don't think that this is just a coincidence that there are parallels here. And I think it's a mistake that some fans of the show make to try and point to one single mythology as an explanation for everything. It's not. I think it's pretty clear when you really do your homework like you've done here, Doc. It's really clear that they're drawing from many mythologies. You're welcome. I mean, you really do compile an amazing amount of research that gives us such perspective. I love this. Yeah, very cool. And Revenant, I had heard the term Revenant, but I didn't know what it was. A revived corpse that haunts the living. Interesting. Yeah. And there are all kinds of mythological elements in this show from all over the world that are definitely influences on this series. There's no way that it's an accident. They had to have been well versed. The writers, the showrunners, they had to have been aware of some of these mythological figures and characters. I definitely think so. And Amy, by the way, Amy shared her music channel here. Check out Amy's SoundCloud with her new song. Check that out. She makes beautiful songs. And check out as Carl said, check out the Don Tony motherfucking Teflon. Except we can't write motherfucking in the chat because for whatever reason we can say it here on the panel, but if you type that in the chat, it can get your comment flagged. Makes no sense. YouTube makes no sense. Anyway, there's Tony's link. Thanks for dropping that, Carl. Appreciate it. And what else? Thanks, Bush Logic. Have a nice day at work. Thank you so much for the support, and thanks for hanging with us. Thank you. And yes, please do hit the like button, folks. Very much appreciate it.
Bush Logic.
And Jackson Rain says the thing about Martin is I don't think it's going to be a mythology other than Lovecraftian. So I believe Martin is more of a Migo type character. Migo. Is that? I'm not sure what that is in reference to. Do you, Doc, on Migo?
Were those the creatures from Whisperer in Darkness? The like crustacean-like creatures with all the squiggly things coming out of their head.
Oh, you must be well versed in Lovecraft. I'm not. So you would probably know then. I'll take your word for it. Yeah. Hey, Debbie, Abby, Babby. Yeah, you're familiar with Lovecraft stuff, right, Doc?
Only a little bit. Like I've read he's written so much, and sometimes I keep like rereading the same ones, and I like to listen to audio dramas, and so sometimes I'll listen to different versions.
Yeah.
But because like it'll start off sound, because in audio dramas it's like interpretive. And so I won't realize it's the same one sometimes. I'll just be like clicking through videos on YouTube one day, and then another day I'll be clicking through more videos. A lot of times I don't sit down and like read things like by looking at it and reading. I tend to always be multitasking in some way. So I like to have my hands and eyes free.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The ADHD is strong in me.
I feel you. I think I have some kind of undiagnosed version of ADHD, for sure. Debbie says Martin is Abby's father. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Abby's father, huh?
There
Maybe,
are a good
maybe.
number of people that have that theory, actually. That's so
No
Debbie is
way.
definitely not alone there. Yeah.
I had not heard that one before. Interesting. I wonder. Oh, okay, because he mentioned Abby. What if it's all just a dream? I'm not sure how he would have known that whole thing about how she thought this was a dream being stuck there, but I'd love to hear more about this theory. That's interesting. Jackson said if you take the characters that H.P. Lovecraft created they're based off creatures from mythology and religions. He just gives them a different name, but they're the same depiction. Okay, well that explains it. If you know that, then it could be true that this show is based both on mythology and Lovecraft as well, influences of both.
Right. We kind of went over that a little bit in the is it part 3 of the Nightmare Creatures?
Yeah.
When we went over the mythology that they could be based on, or at least inspired by. So we went over how oh, I think you had to step away for a portion, so you might not have been. No, you were there for the Lovecraft part. We talked about the folklore connections to H.P. Lovecraft and how they kind of intersected with From.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you're in the audience and you haven't checked out that stream, it's a great watch. I put a lot of work into that one. That was the third Monsters FROMacademy. We did a huge deep dive into the potential mythology and folklore that inspired the Nightmare Creatures.
Yes, it was amazing. Doc did an amazing job with the research, and so definitely check it out if you haven't seen that. And check out Debbie's channel and her new painting. She did a time-lapse video, an amazing time-lapse video showing the progress as she created this gorgeous painting. It's absolutely beautiful. So go check it out, and subscribe to her channel. Maybe she'll be posting more. I hope. I would love to see her post more. I hope you continue to feel well enough to create these beautiful works of art and enjoy your life more, Debbie. You deserve it. Hey there, Trace. I don't know how to pronounce this properly in Spanish, but hello. Nice to see you.
Saludos.
There you go. Our resident Spanish speaker, Carl. Thank you. Let's see. I could say it, but I wouldn't have the nice, lovely Spanish accent that you have. So I wouldn't have that kind of accent going. So.
Pero lo debes de atentar.
Oh, that's so nice. What does that mean?
You should attempt it.
Should attempt it. Yeah, I would say it with an ugly American accent. I would have said saludos, like that doesn't sound nice. That doesn't sound like
Saludos, mates.
Well,
You have a good Australian accent.
in my opinion, Julie, I don't think there's anything ugly about you.
Well, thank you.
Carl, you're making me jealous.
There's enough love to go around there, Doc. I'll DM you later.
We can spread the love around. Anyway.
Say bread.
God. Anyway. Scarlet says, sorry, my network has been down. I am coming back now. Pause.
Oh my.
Okay. Don't worry, Scarlet. We know that happens sometimes with you, with your network. She says, I'm drawing a marine spider. Very cool. It's great seeing you, Julie. Thank you, Trace. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. It's great seeing you in the chat, and I hope you're doing well tonight. Love fest, like Debbie said. It's always a love fest here. We can't get enough love for everybody here. Like the world needs more love, right? I'm not gonna be cheesy and bust out in song right now, but there's a song about that specific thing.
It's definitely really nice to see Debbie back here again.
Yes, it's so nice. I'm so glad Debbie's feeling better. She's feeling better these days and well enough to join more chats and create more art. I was really happy to hear that. I know how hard it is to suffer from a debilitating chronic illness, and I wouldn't wish that on anybody. So I totally understand, and Debbie's a warrior. She's a chronic illness warrior. So she said, I am singing it for all of us. Yes, you know the song, What the World Needs Now. Yeah, it's I'm not going to be cheesy and sing it, but you know the song. Um, anyway, so yes, we love Doc studies, like Critter said. And speaking of his studies, where are we at in this spreadsheet?
Let's see. 7C, other esoteric and symbolic elements. The chains Martin is held by, thick, heavy chains, like they were meant to hold something inhuman, according to some theories. Their purpose is debated: to contain, torture, or serve the entity's plans. Let's see. Zealous ideal _fix _181 suggests that the chains keep at least one of the three alive, indicating a sacrificial or containment purpose. Ellen the Marvelous interprets chains and dungeon as part of a duality, where the dungeon represents the soul's exile or an egoic prison. Ezim on Reddit theorizes Martin was chained to contain a baddie or entity he was carrying. Tip of the spear, as mentioned by Martin, that the monsters are just the tip of the spear, is a military term implying a larger unseen evil or hierarchy of higher level entities controlling Crumville. Millbrook and historical inconsistencies. Martin's claims of being from Millbrook, New York, combined with dating of his tattoo, create temporal paradoxes supporting time loop reincarnation theories. But actually, our friend Robert Saunders pointed out that the tattoo they used was not a real tattoo from the Marine Corps, as those are actually copyrighted or trademarked. And so they use an imitation, which makes it a lot more difficult because it's like a knockoff, like similar but not quite the same to tattoos and stuff that actually existed. You're not going to be able to pin down an actual date for the tattoo. And then Igor at Geekademy points out that there's an infinity symbol on Martin's arm where something was removed. The symbol also reappears frequently on Victor's map and other places in the show, reinforcing the idea of cycles and endless repetition in Crumville. So that was all the esoteric stuff I pulled up. And then we can get into theories.
Okay. So where are we? So is that a different section of is that like a different page?
It's the same one, but we're going to scroll up to, let's see, up to the top, part 2, Martin's identity and nature, prisoner, entity, or archetype.
Oh, okay, right here.
Yep, all right. Oh, my back is killing me. Several sources propose that Martin is genuinely a victim who was a former resident, got trapped in the dungeon, and was tortured. His own account being trapped, Martin explicitly tells Boyd that he thought the town was the worst part until he went through the faraway tree. You go in one place, you come out another. Sometimes you get stuck and sometimes you get trapped. Now that's when they get you. Geekademy highlights Martin's own story about getting stuck and trapped, similar to Boyd's experience. For evidence of him being a real person, there's medication labeled M. Thompson found in the clinic, which could be either Matilda for Tilly or it could be M for Martin. It suggests he was a real person in Fromville before his disappearance. It's kind of shaky, but I think that was before someone. I don't know if they considered that Tilly was short for Matilda. His Marine Corps tattoo and knowledge of the "No Man Left Behind" motto further align him with human military past. Nikki NJ on Reddit describes Martin as an unfortunate victim, the last of the three from the nursery rhyme who wanted relief and death. They couldn't die with the worms and he couldn't die with the worms in the system. Long-term imprisonment. Successful Cow 1121 suggests that Martin is pretty straightforward and likely chained since Victor was a child. Flimsy Elephant 2301 claims that he has been trapped for no less than 44 years. He tells Boyd, he used to try to count the days when I couldn't bear to count the years, indicating a very long period of entrapment. Previous cycle, Cinephoria 130 theorizes Martin was captured by the music box monster in a previous cycle, and his soul has been trapped there, kept alive by the infection. The movie blog proposes that he is from a previous test or round or cycle in a game between good and evil, captured and trapped when he went through a faraway tree. Bren Flood suggests that Martin is a resident from 2 cycles ago, implying a structured repeating timeline. Desire for death. Film pro quo and TV theories interpret Martin's transfer of worms as his only way to achieve death and free himself of suffering, as living with the worms inside is much worse than the monsters. They keep the host alive but feed on them. Good intentions. A zealous ideal fix 181 agrees Martin was good and tried to get Boyd to kill him to stop a cycle, but when Boyd didn't, the cycle passed to him. Mr. Fish and Loaves notes that Martin giving Boyd the worms ultimately killed Smiley, which gives him pause about Martin being evil. The Hitchhiker 2732 thinks that the encounter was a hallucination caused by spider bites, and the worms were transmitted in this manipulated state. There's theory that Martin is seen alongside that he's sole survivor of the trio. He's seen alongside other skeletons chained to walls near him, one appearing pretty recently dead and the other for a couple decades. This implies a large time period between deaths. Martin is the only one alive in this setting.
Yeah, that's
so that
very
was all
strange.
that was the section on people who think that Martin is a good guy.
Right. It is very strange that he's the sole survivor of a trio. Why is it that, if you think about it, we're watching something play out. We watched something play out with the 3 who got caught up by the cicada entity, Julie, Marielle, and Randall. And so one would think ostensibly that Martin was once part of a similar trio who also got targeted. And you have to wonder then how come the other 2 died and he's the only one there with the worms, unless that was an illusion and he wasn't really there. I wonder about that. But yeah, that last bit reminded me of the fact that there were a trio there. Sometimes I forget that there were 2 skeletons there, and one of the skeletons did look different. Actually, one of them looked like it was older than the other. So interesting. Yeah, it's food for thought. So yeah, maybe he was like this, like Cinephoria 130 here said. I mean, it's reasonable to think he was captured by this music box monster entity, cicada entity, what have you, in a previous cycle, and his soul has been trapped there. In fact, that's why when those 3 were targeted, I thought one of them was going to be the next Martin. I thought it would be Randall, because out of the 3 who were targeted, Randall was the only one who we could actually see cicadas flying into his mouth visible ones. And they flew right in his mouth. When Julie and Marielle got targeted, we didn't see any visible cicadas. If you go back and look, they were invisible. So I thought, okay, they picked Randall. Randall's going to be the next Martin. And who knows, maybe he still will be. There are theories out there saying that Randall might be the next Martin, but that's a whole other ball of wax. Because he's still being targeted by the invisible cicadas.
I think that ties into your see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil theory. And also, though, I do have to point out, or at least someone pointed out on Reddit, I haven't gone back to compare, but Randall and Martin are chained up in different, in like a different, what do you call it? Different places and different placement within, the other bodies. They're not in the same place.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, to think of it that way. Everything does tend to come in threes in this, and see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. It could tie into the three who get chained up as well as those three totems I pointed out in season 3. And welcome back, Scarlet.
They come for 3. Yeah.
Yes. Welcome back.
Oh no, she's come to take us. Some more fun, I hope. Yeah, you came for 3, right? Julie, me, and Carl. Where are we going?
That's what I thought.
I hope it's a con.
Julie was saying
Can it
that
be a
song
con?
about love. When Julie was saying the song about love, I thought about the South Park one that's like you and me and her simultaneous. So I was on a totally different, thing going on. Apologies. Yeah, where you want to go?
A convention.
Go
I
to
won't be picky.
Toronto.
I'm gonna need a real ID and a passport.
Oh, bummer.
And also a fake identity for Dr. Kaiju. Well, I guess I can go as my human host, but he is so boring.
He doesn't have a real ID?
No, he doesn't have one of those either.
Hmm.
Maybe he's not a real person. Am I only virtual?
I keep getting ads for Rhode Island, so maybe I should come out there. I keep getting like vacation things for Rhode Island, like the beautiful library in Providence, and
Providence
the whole
is cool.
Yeah,
but that's
the
like
whole history.
Probably the
Go
only
ahead,
thing to see in Rhode Island is probably Providence.
And Julie, of course.
And Julie. And then
Well,
you can take a
I
bus
see
or train
both
to
of
Boston.
yous. And then I have to get Carl out of Iowa.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes, please, somebody do that. Anybody.
Oh no. Poor Carl. Oh no. We got to get Carl out of Iowa. Yes. Yeah. That hey, I'm not exactly a great tourist attraction, but I'm something to see in the Providence area. It would be cool if we could get some people together though. For in all seriousness, it would be cool if we could do that at some point. Have a meetup.
I'm really hoping that they are able to get From actors to the camp again. We can use that as like kind of like a From convention unofficially if Tony's never gets off the ground. I think Tony's will, but I don't think it's gonna be. I think he's gonna have to set a date that like gives everyone plenty of time to plan for it.
Where was that, Doc? Where was that camp at?
That was in Georgia. And it's called the camp, but it's not really a camp. It sounds a convention.
It sounds hot if it's in Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I like the heat though.
Yeah.
Well, it's hot you're in the center of the earth. Is that where you said you are right now?
On planet X. Oh, it's always cold here. We're technically a moon of Jupiter. We're kind of far from the sun.
Oh.
Is that
But
close to
inside?
Is that close
we
to
keep it
Nibiru?
Oh no, we're within this solar system.
Is it an Io or Ganymede or another one?
Ganymede.
Oh, okay. Seems like a good choice.
That's such a gay name. Gay.
Ganymede is I was
It's a
just gonna
Dirtling
say,
name.
Scarlet, that Ganymede is a great cologne. Sorry, I'm a fraghead.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Jupiter's moons are named after his lovers, so there's that.
I should
Mm,
probably try to find that cologne. And I could wear it when I'm in costume.
yeah. There you go.
Does it smell like wine, like a cup of wine and a cheap night out? That's
Sounds
what I
about
think
right.
Dandy made it smell like.
It probably smells like what, like sex and regret.
It depends. If you
As it
like
should.
that Jupiter action,
Mm.
that big
Oh.
red spot.
There was speaking of planets, there was a planet prominently visible in the sky out here for quite a while. I'm pretty sure Carl looked it up, and I'm pretty sure like we think it was Venus that was visible in the night sky, very bright. It was not a star. It was way brighter than the stars. It was almost as bright as the moon. It was so cool. It was around for weeks, and now it's finally gone. But that was awesome.
Yeah, it's probably Venus, because Venus is pretty prominent in the sky when it's out.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can see Jupiter and Saturn too, but Venus is always pretty bright.
Yeah, it was gorgeous. It was really pretty. And the Big Dipper is, I never was good at finding constellations, but now the Big Dipper jumps right out at me. It's right above my house. I can see it like right above my house. It looks like it's about to, like, my house is if it were like a bowl or something, it's about to dip into the house. It's pointed right at it. It's cool. It's beautiful. And when I was going on my walks on the bike path at night, because I had to without the treadmill, the Big Dipper was right smack above me, like right over the bike path. All I had to do was look up, which was really remarkable considering I could hardly see any of the sky because there are tall trees on both sides of the bike path. But boom, right in front of me, it lined up perfectly to see the Big Dipper without even having to try to find it. I've never been able to see a constellation in my life until now, let alone if one just jump out at me. So that was cool. Anyway,
well, see, if you find a Big Dipper or you find like Orion, you can find other constellations by looking at those constellations and the distance from them.
Right.
It's fun.
If I could just get to a place that's dark enough without so much light pollution, I think I would have been able to see more. Like Carl was trying to show me how to like spot the Little Dipper above it, but I think there was too much light pollution, so I couldn't see enough of the Little Dipper. And even the North Star wasn't very bright. The North Star was not bright enough. Oh my goodness, Doc, you're gonna give us nightmares. What in the hell? Hold on, let me show. What? What is that?
Oh, I thought that was your face.
Me too. I thought that was a mask.
Puppet Master?
I thought that was a mask.
Is that a Puppet Master one, Doc? Can't see really well. Yeah, it's from Puppet Master.
I thought that was a mask on his face too.
Maybe I should go put my Plague Doctor mask on. We could have a night.
What the hell?
People will be like, people coming out will be like, what is going on?
Yes. Like just coming in. Yeah. What is this? Creepy.
Oh shit, I've been on mute.
Puppet Master, right?
Yeah, it's Blade from Puppet Master. I've had this, I think, since the 90s, or maybe it was maybe 2000. It was right when it came out. I think my mom actually ordered it for me from Full Moon directly because they were she subscribed to the fan club for me, and I would order stuff
you have a
from its
great
little
mom.
magazine. Yeah, my mom's awesome.
That's great.
My mom also loves horror movies, horror stuff. Her and my stepdad watched From.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Just to get to a few quick things. Real Cinema Therapy said, Julie, let's plan on doing a Twilight Zone live comparing some episodes to From. Yes, I would love that. I know I keep saying that. I'm sorry. It's like I keep thinking that my schedule is going to calm down, and then it never does. But yeah, I really want to do that soon. And once I'm caught up on my episode to episode breakdowns of the Institute next week, I hope to finally be caught up, and I would love to try to find a time to do a Twilight Zone live really soon. And at the very least, when the Institute ends, which is about a month away, if we can't find time before that, at the very least, I think we'll have a little gap between when the Institute ends and whatever new show comes out that we're going to cover. So
Like
I definitely want to do that.
Only Murders in the Building.
Maybe. That's one
Little time for
possibility.
Only Murders in the Building watch party, perhaps.
Perhaps. And
Maybe.
also a watch party for the Twilight Zone in the Discord with episodes that are tangentially related to From in some way, may have similar themes. So there's that. Trace was putting more Spanish in the chat. And I don't know how to roll my R's, so I can't say that properly either.
Ándale, arriba.
Arriba.
See?
Shout
Carl,
out to Speedy Gonzalez.
Yes, I loved those cartoons when I was a kid.
But my favorite was, do you guys remember his cousin, Slowpoke Rodriguez?
No.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, he was like,
wait. Yes.
Because he was like, you don't want to eat me, Mr. Pussy Gato. the end scene.
Yeah, I remember him. I forgot about that. Yeah, that was funny. I liked that. Yeah, that was a fun cartoon.
Also mildly racist, but yeah, funny. I didn't realize that as a kid. But growing up, it's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because in San Diego, the Mexican folks I knew loved Speedy Gonzalez. And I know somebody who owns a shop, and he painted a big Speedy Gonzalez in the window.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
He's a folk hero to my
hero. Yeah,
gente.
I was gonna say that, Carl.
Yeah, so I was gonna, Carl, did this bother you or your mom? Your mom being Mexican, you know?
It bothered us that we didn't see him enough on those cartoons.
Okay, so there you go.
So he was kind of like representation.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
I dig that.
More of our gente out there, you know?
Yeah, okay. Good to know. So Dieter said, I wonder how much time Doc spends on this. It's so big, you should be a teacher. Absolutely. Yes.
Oh, thank you. My mom's always trying to get me to go to be a teacher, but I don't want to teach kids. I'd be fine with going and teaching adults at like a university, but that requires a lot more college than I have money.
Yeah, you have to get a master's.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
But you could do it.
Maybe someday. I don't have the time or money to do that right now. I can't imagine trying to do that while working full time.
That's gotta be tough. I don't know how people juggle both.
I had to have a job when I went to college. I'm always envious of people that lived in dorms and stuff. I was like, I didn't get to do that.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't either. It was too expensive. I had a scholarship, but it only covered tuition, not dorms. And dorms are very expensive. So yeah, I couldn't.
But sometimes I feel I kind of missed out not being in a dorm. Like that college life.
Oh, me too. I think I missed out really bad, unfortunately.
I did it my first year and loved it. Then after that, I lived with my mom for a month or two, then with my aunt for like a year, and then I had an apartment. But I was always hanging out and sleeping at the dorms anyway, over at friends and partying over there.
I missed out on too much. I didn't make a single friend in college as a commuter and someone who was too shy to speak up in class. So when you live there, you're forced to make friends anyway.
It's hard sometimes because I did take some night classes too, and people were older, and that meant they had jobs and families and stuff, and I kind of made friends with them. But I understand what you mean when you commute. It's like you're not around those people all the time, and you can make some friends, but it isn't like the bonds people make when they're around each other all the time.
Right, exactly. Dieter said, I don't know anymore what Martin is. I change my mind all the time. Yeah. I know it's hard to stick with one theory
I
on
sent
that.
Dieter the picture of my marine spider.
Yeah.
I know. I thought he was a black dude with a TV show.
Oh, Martin?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's a man of many faces.
Yeah.
I do not think though that he is the man in yellow. I haven't seen any yellow symbolism or flashing lights or anything around Martin. So I really don't think that he is the man in yellow himself. Jury is out as to whether or not he is the music box monster in another form. I have a hard time saying music box monster. Yeah, but yeah.
And Amy said, I hope the new season gives us more info on who Martin is. Maybe. I thought I would, I would have told you I don't think so before season 3. I never expected Martin to come back again. I thought we were done with Martin. And when it said that on the IMDb that he was going to be coming back in season 3, I thought it must be a mistake. But then there he was. So who knows? Maybe we're still not done with Martin. He might come back. Debbie said, he tells Boyd, your blood is my blood, that I assumed was referring to Ellis as he's Boyd's son and Martin's grandson, in my theory. Boyd's son and Martin's grandson. So Martin would be Boyd's father? Wait. It'd be like reincarnated or something? Or, because I've heard people say maybe he's reincarnated. So that's how you would explain the difference in obviously racial identity, So yeah, that would be interesting. Teeter said, I want to see Boyd's grandson, and no, not Smiley's naked bloody ass. Hey, how come this comment didn't get flagged for somebody writing a swear in the chat, like poor Jen's comment the other night? I don't know why that happened.
It wasn't even Jamie McGuire's derriere either. It's all special effects. It's all like fog and mirrors, smoke and mirrors.
It was mine.
Are you doing some stunt work?
I'm actually a Hollywood ass double in my off time. It doesn't pay much though, because I'm such an ass.
That's too bad. I would think it'd pay more.
I get the ass's end of the bargain.
Amy said the kimono woman said, down in that cellar, this is where it happens, and it showed the dead body with clothes on. I think that maybe when they travel through time, they get a body double that can't leave. Interesting. And I've also heard people say like maybe that dead body is somehow like Martin in a different life or something. I don't know about that. Yeah, it's kind of casual. He's wearing jeans.
Yeah, the striped shirt. Whatever that thing is.
He's wearing jeans. Yeah. So that I don't know about that. But yeah, that's interesting, Amy. Or the one that got killed. She said, yeah, we see the drawing of the people on the house with the flood and from. Yes. Debbie says there's three existences, dual worlds, and a liminal space between. Oh, I'm totally with you on the liminal space thing. Absolutely. There's a liminal space between these. I think it's different dimensions. And I think I look at it as this is a pocket universe or a pocket dimension, like Dale said. I think pocket dimension makes more sense than pocket universe, but I don't know. Maybe that's splitting hairs. David Agio, hey there. He says, Martin is an interesting character, like the Oracle, Yoda, and Gandalf. The sage archetype, wise, knowledgeable, like a mentor that guides the hero with reason and logic, like his convo with Boyd. Yeah, like this is kind of like what we were talking about earlier that Doc researched. The like the hero's journey and in different archetypes that Martin fits into. So
David put it way better.
That's great, David. That's
be
great.
the sage and a trickster at the same time.
Could be.
Because from what Doc said, I feel like he's a trickster, like a trickster god.
Yeah, I think he could be a trickster god kind of thing. Trickster figure from mythology.
Or Dark Fae, those tend to be tricksters.
Oh yeah.
The-
yeah.
What, Carl? Carl, were you saying something?
I heard a random syllable.
Yeah, I just heard a syllable.
Are you there?
I don't know. Amy said Jade dies in a future that already happened. Time and from might not be linear. The corpse could be a future version of Jade who dies in that room. That future loops back into the present, the house. That's a wild theory. Because he did have a similar shirt to Jade, so it's chilling. It's a very interesting theory. Critter says, I'll support you, Doc. This was a few minutes ago. I'm not sure what we were talking about, but of course,
thank
Critter.
you. I don't remember what it was either. Probably my world invasion plans.
Yes. He'll just take your side against his own humanity. But bye Dieter. Love you too. We all love you, and hope you have fun with your family.
Have a great day, Dieter.
And Amy says, then it shows us the skeleton that has the long white beard and the blue striped shirt. Right? It is a lot like first season Jade. There's either a connection there, or I think maybe they were trying to troll us, one or the other, because everyone knows that's an iconic look from first season Jade. Critter says, I don't think Martin is a trickster, but I also thought I was right about Fatima not being legit pregnant. I was legit wrong. No, it's okay. Hey, there's no shame in that. We're all wrong about things more than we're right with this show. That's the nature of a mystery box series. JT Moore said Martin is a caught nightmare creature. Oh, there's an interesting theory I haven't heard. Jackson says Martin's a regular person, dude. Well, so some pretty irregular things going on with him, but I hear you. And Debbie said they would have used an older actor if they weren't planning to use him in a younger state later. Hopefully we see Abby's time there as a child. Oh, okay. So you think that she was there with her father, and maybe she was already talking about this being a dream, and then she leaves and comes back. That's a really interesting theory, Debbie. Love it. Love it.
On a rewatch, I noticed that Fatima mentions to Elgin that other people there have had dreams before about the place before they got there, and she mentioned someone by name. I can't remember the name, but she says it's like kind of common that the place like screws with people's dreams, and people feel like they're pulled into the place, or like that they're always meant to go there, something along those lines.
Oh, okay, interesting. And Debbie, this was the other part of her comment before that. She said, no, Martin is Abby's father. I knew Martin was coming back and still will come back again in a flashback. Okay. Interesting stuff. I love that theory. Okay. So what's next, Doc?
We're hunting Wabbit. Let's see. All right, next are theories that Martin is an entity or puppet or manipulator. So many sources argue that Martin is.
Is that why you brought the puppet out, Doc?
No,
You
that
brought
was
the-
unrelated. I just had
okay.
him nearby.
All right.
And it's weird because the puppet actually kind of makes me feel safe, almost like it's a guardian, even though it's an inanimate object. But probably just from watching so many of the movies, and especially in a lot of the movies, the puppets are good guys, especially Blade.
Mm-hmm.
He's even got his own movie where he's the hero. Blade, the Iron Cross.
Mm-hmm. Not to get mixed up with Blade the Vampire Hunter.
I wouldn't put it past Full Moon. That'd be a fun. Oh, they'd probably get in so much trouble though if they had the puppet going and hunting vampires.
Vampires, yeah.
Because this Blade came out after that Blade.
Well, it's a movie
But,
that's playing in my head right now, Doc.
hey, that movie would sell, and I bet he would try to pull it off too if he thought it was a good idea.
If it wasn't for copyrights, we could make that movie because you got the puppet.
I don't, and sad thing is, and it's especially sad for me because this turned out to be just a complete unplanned coincidence. But I don't know if they're going to make any more Puppet Master films. It seems like Charles Band doesn't really want to make more of them. Although I don't know because now I know the technology is going to be a lot cheaper for him because he's embraced the use of AI. And I think he might be himself playing around with it from the looks of how some of the social media has been going. But and I can see that being useful for animating the puppets in a really inexpensive way. So maybe he will try to make another one. But he was going to make a movie called Furnace Leech Woman and tell the story of what happens to Leech Woman after she's been thrown in a furnace in the second film. And but I think it got canceled because Jose Prendes, who is, I guess, writing or directing the film, he mentioned that he was going to be making the movie, or it was a movie that he was working on, or something like that. I was going to make, and it implied to me that the movie is not actually going to be made. IMDb still lists it as upcoming. But funny thing is, I'm going to be on a panel with Jose Prendes in September on a YouTube show called Race to the Bottom of the Barrel, I believe it's called. I should probably try to find a link and post it down below.
You should put it in the chat if you have a link or something you could promo it with.
And it's going to be with Lady Shasha. I'm a huge fan of hers. And if she's live streaming, I'm probably in her chat. And her and Tony, man, are a lot of fun. They're awesome. And she puts together a really great show. She covers horror movies. If a new movie, she covers new movies that are coming out. So she'll go over the trailers and everything. And it's kind of how I find out nowadays, like, oh, what's coming out? What came out? What do people think of it? And they do it in a really fun way. And it's a very well produced show. But anyway, I'm digressing. But yeah, they do. She's on this other show where a panelist had picked two movies that they thought were terrible films, and they want to subject the others to, and they're trying to get like a 0 vote from the others, like 0 out of 5 stars, basically. And last time for the July one, they covered some full moon films about giant robots, and people actually, most of them actually liked the movies. I think they got like a three, they gave them like 3 stars or 3 barrels or whatever they call it. And but the ones for August, I don't know what mine are gonna be. Mine are gonna be September's. I'm gonna be on the panel in September. But for August, they're covering Cool Cat and Grandpa Goes to College, which are PSA films. One is an anti-bullying film, and the other one is like I guess it's like a Christian Science PSA film or something.
Nice. Yeah, that's good.
And they both look really amusing. I think I'm going to be most entertained by the Cool Cat one for some reason. But yeah, let's see if I can find that on.
Yeah, last night I watched a new World of Worlds. I have a lot of feelings.
Oh, yeah. Lady Shasha went over the trailer and showed the trailer, and they reacted to
So
it.
many feelings.
Yeah, everyone had a lot of feelings watching the trailer. Like, this doesn't look like it's going to be very good, but I feel compelled to watch it.
Yeah, it is kind of like a car crash sponsored by Amazon. There's so much Amazon in the plot. Oh my god. I can't even begin. I can't begin. You should just watch it.
And so isn't it supposed to be a screen life film? So is it all told through like screens?
Yes.
And we got,
he tries to escape once and he can't because the door's locked. So he has to go back to more screens. So many screens.
Oh my god. And but like they showed like in the trailer there was like the main dude was Ice-T, Ice Cube.
Yeah, Ice Cube.
He's like sitting there.
I make that same mistake, Doc. Just so you know, I mix up Ice Cube and Ice-T all the time. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Go. Sorry, go on.
I wasn't looking at this. To be fair, I wasn't looking at the screen when she was covering this. I was in the middle of cleaning, so I could only listen in. But which is how it is a lot of the time. But oh yeah. But they mentioned that on the screen that he was watching, and he's, I guess, like some sort of government agent using some sort of government system. It listed a woman as like a baby mama, someone's baby mama.
Yes.
and yeah, the
first
reaction was
15
quite
minutes
entertaining.
are like basically Ice Cube violating his children's privacy in all sorts of horrible ways. That's the first level of bad. There's so much bad. And you're watching it going, why? And then this, why? And Greg comes on and you're like, why is he in this movie? And Eva Longoria comes, why? So much feeling.
Oh, I found the link.
You get to watch Ice Cube make a full Amazon order for about 5 minutes in case you didn't know how.
What movie was that, Scarlett?
War of the Worlds. It's on Amazon Prime, and I have Amazon Prime, so why not? People were mentioning it last night, so I just watched it.
You got to watch it? Because I saw the trailer, and it looked like it was like totally fake or done by like some high school's AV club.
It's got a $5 budget. It's got a $5 budget all over it. It's a COVID film. I read about it. I was like, that makes so much sense that it was filmed during COVID. It's just what you expect.
So everybody was acting on like Zoom or something?
Yeah. Yep.
So that's why it looks so crappy?
Oh, yeah. Well, that and it has bad graphics and 100 other things wrong with it.
Oh, no. I hadn't heard anything about this. It sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Done in the right way, it could have been an updated version of like the radio play that Orson Welles did, and it could have been real cool. They just had bits and pieces coming in, but it just did all the wrong turns. I mean, some of the aliens are cool. I'll give it that. But it does the plot. It's so contrived. You have to watch it because it's just so contrived. It's just, I don't know. And it's kind of like you're watching a person play a video game and figure out a problem. It's just,
yeah.
I mean, you just gotta watch it to see it. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I couldn't turn away. I was fixated because it was just, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it was there in front of my face. Doing
wow. So is this just a preview? Like, wow.
No,
so
it's 9 minutes long.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so you saw the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They dropped the preview, like, I think it was like just a couple days before the release. Lady Shasha was covering the trailer, and she had like just seen it. I think it was like the night before, and like put it into her show. And Tone Man was like, "Oh, no, it's on Amazon already. It's on there for me to watch," or whatever it was.
Wow. Okay.
It's amazing it took them 5 years to get this thing out. Wow. I guess they might have had to put more Amazon plot lines in.
Damn.
So Charles Band put out a couple of films during the pandemic. The first of them was Corona Zombies. He took a little bit of heat. He took a little bit of heat for that one, but it was funny and cleverly done because
it's timely.
It was timely, and because it was during the pandemic, they had to like take some liberties with how they produced it. So they had like so it was a Barbie and Kendra film. That he has it's like a running series, Barbie and Kendra, and this was the first of them, and now they're all kind of like made like this. They're really super cheap and cheesy, and they're kind of funny, but they're also kind of not sometimes. Like, I don't know, but I enjoyed them. And anyway, basically they recorded scenes in their house, and then they basically chopped it all all up and mixed it with old Italian zombie films
Oh, great.
that
Cool.
they got the rights to, and so it was just all these reused scenes. They have a term for that. I can't think of it right now. Um, but yeah, it was a movie with they just dubbed over scenes from other movies and spliced it in with Barbie and Kendra's comedy drama stuff and jokes about toilet paper.
Oh, so it was upcycled, Doc. It was upcycled.
Okay, stock footage.
Yeah.
Yeah, upcycled. I like that.
Scarlet, I
Better than
bet you know.
upchucked.
What
What?
wasn't there a movie called like Kung Pao or Kung Fu Hustle where they did that, where they put this white dude into an old karate movie?
I probably. I mean, I remember What's Up, Tiger Lily, where they took a movie and they just dubbed over the actors.
Well, in that one, at one point, he was fighting a cow. I know that was added into that, and the cow, she was like shooting stuff out of her udder. That was definitely added in, but like the rest of it, there was like a real karate movie that he inserted himself in.
Mm-hmm.
There was a Godzilla movie like that and a Gamera film like that as well. And I feel like we have we see that a lot too. We get the recap episodes and some of those like TV shows. It'd be like, oh, remember this happened on that time and this happened that time. And it's like to recap like things that happened before for new viewers.
Or Barbie and Kendra.
Or Barbie and Kendra. Oh yeah, they take on the Tiger King and they take on Joe Bob as well.
Oh.
Joe Bob Briggs
Seems right.
and Darcy. I think that was actually spawned from an interview that Charles Band had with Joe Bob Briggs and Darcy, the male girl. He had them on his show, on his interview show, and if I remember correctly, he said, "Let's make a movie," and they were like, "Okay," and
there it was.
I think yeah, and there it was.
Unholy union. That's more.
Charles Band seems to do that a lot lately. He seems to be like trying to like work on his legacy and also like help out people that are like trying to make it in the space.
Yeah.
He's also
it
been
sounds a lot like Lloyd Kaufman, because Lloyd Kaufman does that too.
yeah, that doesn't surprise me. They know each other.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
I think they're rivals and friends.
Frenemies.
Frenemies. They're both incredible and inspirational.
Yeah.
But yeah, this has been a long digression. I'm so sorry.
But I'm gonna say, in the defense of the COVID film, Benson and Moorhead made a movie called Something in the Dirt. They're the same people that make The Endless, and I love The Endless, and they made a COVID film, and it was good. And I could see where the world's being okay, because I mean, it almost had that Max Headroom feel of somebody leading somebody through corridors and stuff like that, and it could have been done well. It could have been. But it wasn't.
I bet we got the chat going on tangents
But
now.
judge for yourselves.
Yeah.
Everybody watch it. I think we need a watch party on that.
Okay. Yeah, I want to watch that. I've never seen it still, so definitely we should do a watch party. Okay. So where were we now?
All right. About Martin being a manipulator. So supernatural knowledge. I think we already went over that he shouldn't know Abby. That he probably shouldn't know Abby, but he somehow knows Abby, and knows about her theory that everyone in town is just sleeping and needs to be woken up by unaliving them, and the immediate recognition of Julie. The Faceless Girl argues that Martin's knowledge and shift in tone suggests that he is an entity. She notes that every single entity in Fromville knows every single one of the residents by name without having met them, which applies to Martin. Observational manipulation. The movie blog thinks that Martin is somehow able to observe what's happening along with his captors, which explains his knowledge of Abby. Mr. 8180 asserts that Martin's questions about Abby and his general demeanor imply he is not on the level. Faceless Girl concludes that Martin is an entity, not a human, manipulating Boyd through his seemingly distressed state and compliments. She notes that Martin's calm avoidance of answering who they are is also indicative. As a vessel for the entity, Throwaway Dreaming strongly believes that the real Martin died long ago, and his soul is now soul or body, I don't know, is now a vessel for a cursed entity to communicate and spread the curse. This entity is the same one that took Abby's form. Drunk Punk 138 believes that Martin knew Abby and Julie's names because he was the worm host for the music box monster, acting as a vessel through which the monster accessed knowledge about the townspeople. Plan manipulation. The manner in which he asks for Boyd to kill him, then abruptly collapses and scratches Boyd, transferring the worms, suggests a planned manipulation rather than genuine distress. Oh, I lost my place somehow. Okay. And Mr. 8180 believes that Martin gave Boyd the worms knowing they would infect the town. The Faceless Girl suggests that Boyd freeing Martin, the entity, and getting the worms was a negative and a setup, ultimately leading to Smiley's rebirth and not helping anyone. Film Pro Quo clarifies that Boyd bringing the worms back was not planned by Martin or anyone else. As puppet of the music box, some believe that the Martin we met was just a puppet for the music box and not a real person. Dan _ suggests that Martin was manipulated by the entity to keep Boyd in the dungeon, creating the box vision and bringing up Abby to affect Boyd. As a higher level entity, Fate Decided questions if Martin is a mirage or entity, noting his knowledge of Abby and Julie's names without having met them. They also speculate that Martin could be the mastermind or entity of this place, capable of taking many forms, or even the Man in White. Haven't heard, because of the Man in White painting. Topigan? I don't know how to pronounce that. Posits that Martin is the cicada demon itself, which cannot escape on its own and requires a human to possess. All Cream No Sour theorizes that Martin was an entity trapped inside himself or the prison, or that the chamber itself is the entity. Sad Math 5598 believes Martin is not a person, but some sort of entity that lived in the dungeon and was effing with Boyd. Good entity with a bad deal. Lennon app proposes that Martin is a good entity who made a bad deal with the Man in Yellow. Martin as a religious
that's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. I was just gonna say, maybe he is somehow connected and made a bad deal with the Man in Yellow. Yeah, I like that idea. Yeah, go on.
Martin as a religious or spiritual allegory, such as for Christ consciousness. Martin is presented as profound spiritual allegory, a cinematic echo of Christ consciousness. As an archetype of Christ consciousness, Ellen the Marvelous proposes that Martin serves as a spiritual allegory or visual sermon and a reflection of something far more eternal, Christ consciousness buried beneath our fears. She sees Martin not merely as a character, but as an archetype, an echo of Christ consciousness exiled from the surface world. Carl Jung symbolism. This analysis draws from Carl Jung's symbolic psychology, which views Christ as the ultimate archetype of the self, unifying opposites and representing the soul's totality. Martin's buried state, Ellen says, symbolizes the rejection of inner boldness. She also goes on to state, for crucified Christ, Martin chained in the dungeons visually represents a crucified Christ, embodying the naked reality which shakes everyone to the bone. It represents invitation to introspect, confront fears, and liberate buried truths. She relates this to Paul Gauguin's, the Yellow Christ painting. It's a symbolist painting to highlight deep connection between chained old Martin with everything we see in the show. The painting depicts Christ as a luminous figure integrated into communal awareness, yet forgotten by the modern mind, suggesting that confronting one's inner Christ consciousness is key to breaking cyclical patterns. Soul's exile.
Do we have pictures of any of these paintings?
She does on her video. I want to direct people to her video to see those, though, because I'm talking quite a bit about her video without actually showing it, and I kind of want people to actually go and give her some traffic. Let's see. Oh, Soul's exile and awakening. The dungeon is interpreted as a place that punishes by awakening or revealing truth, exposing one's inner shadows, fears, and secret feelings. It represents the soul's exile. Yeah, she had a really, really deep take on this. She had a really good video. I watched it 2.5 times today, and I've seen it on previous occasions. Anyone want to comment before I go on to Martin's ultimate fate and potential reappearances? Unless you're getting zonked out, folks are getting tired. I know it's already almost 5, but I still have plenty of steam for right now.
I can go on a little bit longer. And you know, I will need to wrap it up soon. But let's do a little bit more here. Bill Chill, hey Bill Chill. Says visible melon drool, dirty talk. What is this? Internal exit sausage? What is this stuff Bill is writing in the chat?
I think they're trying to write things that will get deleted.
Oh, Critter, your robe is red. Amy wrote up your butt with a weenie. Jackson wrote hot beef injections. We're really testing the waters here. What the hell? Oh, it's too funny. Oh my god. 22 likes. Thank you so much. Thanks for hitting the like button, folks who are here. Appreciate you. And Critter said Kung Pao is a movie my family quotes to this day. I've never seen that, actually. Surprise, surprise. Another movie I haven't seen. It was Kung Pao Enter the Fist. Debbie said so those are 2 different movies. Kung Pao Enter the Fist and Kung Fu Hustle. Okay. I've never seen any of them.
I do not play that Enter the Fist game.
Yeah. What? Yeah. It sounds a little...
I'm delicate like a flower.
Julie doesn't know what you're talking about. Her innocent mind doesn't know what that is.
That's quite okay. Let's leave it like that.
Yeah. That goes right over my head. It sails over. Debbie said it looks like Ice Cube is acting into a mirror. So cringe. Yeah, that I'm gonna have to check out that preview just out of curiosity from listening to you guys talk about it.
If that was nominated, it might get a 0 if they didn't already know about that movie.
No.
I mean, it's either going to be like, oh my god, this is so bad, I'm engaged, or it's just going to be totally 0. I mean, it's just, it should have been done in a little bit better way, and not an Amazon ad. The Amazon ad is the thing. It's like, it kind of seems like it could be just a 30-minute Amazon, a 90-minute Amazon ad.
Oh.
With a plot.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna have to look this up just for at least to hate watch it, just for fun. Martin's beard
There's
was the
so many
culprit.
weird plot turns, Julie. You just gotta watch it. You're gonna be like, what? And then what? Then what?
See, sometimes it can be entertaining to watch something that's so bad that it's embarrassing, like just for pure train wreck value, like you were saying earlier, train wreck phenomenon. Yeah, I've got to check this out at least once. This is a real fuckaroo, Debbie said. I love that word, fuckaroo. Um, Bill said Martin's beard was the culprit. Martin's beard can be a character unto itself. That thing is impressive. I saw something else. What else did I see that I was going to highlight? I can't find it now. Anyway, yeah, no, I think I got everything. Yeah, they were asking for dirty talk, I guess. I don't know how it started, but who knows how anything starts here, how any tangent starts. But yeah, we can continue on a little bit more at least. I
Okay, fine. I'll tell you
dip
my
out
Enter the Fist
soon.
story.
Okay.
I'll just say I lost
Yeah.
my laser shooting watch, and I'll leave it there.
Okay.
And I left it there.
Okay. um, so, okay. So, where would you like to go next with this?
I'll mail it back to you, Doc.
Okay, be very careful. The trigger is very sensitive. It also
Yeah,
responds to a couple of words that you might want to remove from your vocabulary. I'll DM them to you.
Yeah, I know it went off.
Oh, my apologies. It was experimental too, so the next one will have a tighter grip and better safety.
Yeah, hardly ever happens, right, Doc?
Hardly ever happens with my inventions. They're perfect. They're guaranteed to change your life forever.
Okay.
For good or for
So,
bad.
right.
Anyway, Martin's ultimate fate and potential reappearances. While Martin appeared to die after transferring the worms to Boyd, his existence within the non-linear dungeon raises questions about his true demise or potential reappearance. Physical death from Wiki confirms Martin's status as deceased after transferring a curse to Boyd. He collapses and appears lifeless. Teflon TV states that the alien parasites in Martin's blood kept him alive, and he died after transferring them to Boyd. Role fulfilled. Despite his death, it's believed that his role has actually been fulfilled in the current timeline, allowing the story to progress. Vision, or as a vision or a spirit. Some sources suggest that his body was not physically in the dungeon at all, implying the encounter was a vision or spirit or ghost within a dreamlike state, explaining his disappearance and reappearance. Don't Respond believes Martin was only living in a spirit/consciousness form trapped in that realm while his physical being died long ago. Probably kind of like how when Julie, Randall, and Marielle were trapped there, it was kind of like their souls were trapped there, not their bodies, because their bodies were still like wailing in pain. Alive in a different timeline. Due to the nonlinear nature of the dungeon, he could still be alive in a different timeline or reappear in the future, maintaining his enigmatic presence. So did killing him there release him from there and return him to his body? Future version reincarnation of other characters. Various commenters propose that Martin could be Randall, Henry, Ethan, Jim, Fatima, Abby, or Christopher. Randall, a popular theory, suggests that Martin is an older Randall from a different timeline, supported by Randall also being chained in the dungeon. His connection to cicadas, which Martin had, and Julie's recognition of Martin. This is largely debunked by Martin's maritime corpse tattoo and lacks Randall's facial stars. Status attention 852 suggests that Martin is Randall because he knew Julie's name and was once chained in the dungeon, possibly given worms there. One moment, my cat is harassing me for something. Oh, she needs more crunchies. One moment, my apologies.
I heard that. I thought I heard a kitty cat. It's usually my cat's the one that's harassing me for stuff on these lives. Baby, let me sauce up your taco meat. What in the world? Amy, what in the world is going on? Up your hole with a dale. A dole? Up your hole with a dole? I said Dale. What the hell? Yeah, I think we're all gonna have to get off of here soon, Amy. We're about at the 3-hour mark now. We'll be wrapping.
Pause.
We'll have
Did
to get
someone
off.
say get off?
We will
Hells
soon.
yeah.
Belle said fist of the dragon. Nice. The tighter
Fist
grip.
of the Zilla.
The alabaster dragon?
There we go. Taco drip. Wet ass tacos. Nice one. Soft taco supreme. Nice. Bill Chill said Martin became a worm, a ballerina, a voice, a dungeon, and a memory.
That was really poetic.
It was. It was. I like that a lot. Oh, what was that? Oh, Panda Carl, there we go. You're here twice. You cloned yourself. So okay, so Doc, you good now?
Yep, I'm back.
Okay.
All right,
So-
so let's see. Another theory proposes that Martin is a future version of Boyd trapped in a time loop where he must eventually pass on the worms to a younger Boyd. Not Boyd like like the physical body, but Boyd like the soul. Like the idea is that it's a reincarnation thing. I've also seen theories that it's more like a role rather than actual reincarnation. For the version of Boyd, there have been a couple of theories about linking Boyd to Martin in some sort of like either a reincarnation or a role that they play. And that in a way, theory is proposed that Martin is a future version of Boyd or a past version of Boyd, trapped in a time loop where he must eventually pass on the worms to a younger or older Boyd version of Boyd. This connects to Boyd's military background and the idea of cyclical experience. Slim Parks theorizes that when Martin gave Boyd his blood, Boyd became Martin and created the time loop, making Martin always Boyd cyclically. That dude 1229 considers. Oh, sorry. You gonna say something?
No, I just thought, yeah, I've heard of that interesting theory between Martin and Boyd being connected like that. Interesting. Yeah, go on.
That dude. Yeah, that dude 1229 considers this one of the most plausible theories. Brandy Hayes 13 suggests that Martin is Boyd's reincarnation or parallel, chained and tortured to break him, similar to how Fromville tries to break Boyd. Some theorize he could be a grown-up Ethan from a different timeline. Successful Cow 1121 poses this theory, explaining Martin's familiarity with Fromville and knowing Julie's name. It has been suggested that he resembles Victor's dad, Henry. He's also theorized to be Jim. The JH Review theorizes that Martin could be Abby's dad, linking Abby's dream of Fromville as a child and a generational curse. Organic Row 5097 presents a detailed theory that Martin is the boy in white who time traveled from the future, barely ages, and returns to guide others using future knowledge to create talismans and to help Victor. Teflon TV believes that the boy in white is behind everything, controlling the torch in the lighthouse to keep people trapped, and Martin's act of giving Boyd his blood was a plan by the boy in white to create a new terror. A simple but impactful theory is that Martin is just Martin, a completely new character who will eventually arrive in Fromville in the present timeline. Many commenters also simply propose that Martin is just Martin, not a reincarnation of any existing character. Suspicious Peak 1337 states that Martin is someone named Martin. Recurring archetype. Speculation remains that he could be a recurring archetype. Brush over mystery. Fate decided questions if Martin will be brushed over or if his mystery will be explored further. And then we're at section 3, which sounds like you might be fading, Julie. I don't know if we want to get to this next week or something. That'd give me more time to work on, I guess, the, what do you call it, the music box monster, and the cicadas, because we have quite a bit left in theories about Martin. Or we could wrap it up here and circle back to this after we cover the others. It'll give us a little bit more context, maybe. But I think maybe we could continue from here next time and then move into something else.
Yeah, I mean, because I really would like to continue with this. Like this is awesome stuff that you've put together. This is amazing research. I love it. Yeah, so I don't want to let this go to waste. I really want to continue with it if you're up for it, to do a second part next week.
I'm down.
Oh,
I've already
awesome.
I'm already done with the research for this, so I've already started researching the music box monster. So that's perfect because I kind of need a bit more time. And also, I just realized it's perfect timing because my phone is at 12%, the one that I stream from, and I don't have a way to charge it remotely right now. I need to get a new
Okay.
battery pack. So yeah, my remaining time is limited.
Okay. All right. Then that seems like a good time to transition into wrapping things up. Let me close that down. Let's see here. Oh, I totally missed this earlier. Diviner Zember was in here. Acme Anvils from Looney Tunes. Yes. Oh man.
Decipher.
Yes, that was Decipher. Anyway, I missed that one earlier. Sometimes I see like there are a bunch of comments I've saved, but I'll accidentally skip one. Anyway, what's Gordita? What is Gordita? Bill Chill put that in, and Debbie said that is me crying laughing. What am I missing? What's the joke that's so funny?
It's delicious. The Gordita's delicious.
Yeah, I know they're delicious, but I don't know what the joke is.
Yeah, I don't know. Bill Chill said, "Hold up, we're all getting off." I did say that. I said, "I think we're all getting off soon." Pause. Yeah. Debbie said, "I'm so sleepy. We're all getting goofy." Yes, that's what happens sometimes. We get punchy and things get out of hand. It always tends to be really like in the middle of the night or the early morning when we're still on a stream. That usually is when we go down some strange and sometimes dirty tangents. Fish tacos. Oh God, I don't know what that's in reference to, Carl, but it sounds like it's on this same dirty tangent.
I don't know if they're still around. It's been years since I've gone, but there was a restaurant in Providence that had really good fish tacos. They were like the fried kind that they make the fried fish and chips with. I don't know if it's the same. I think it's different in other places actually than it is here. But here it's like almost like a flavorless fish, and it gets like most of its flavor from the breading and being deep fried.
Yeah, in San Diego, you don't get breading. You just get a nice piece of codfish on your fish taco with some kind of light pico de gallo on it.
I've never
delicious.
had
like especially when they cut out the pico with like a little bit of mango too. Delicious.
I've never even heard of fish tacos. Interesting. I've had.
Oh, well then when I get to Rhode Island, we'll all go to this restaurant if it's still there.
If it's sure.
Yeah, fish tacos are good.
Okay. Yeah, I've only had regular tacos with beef and chicken enchiladas, and really the extent of the Mexican food I've eaten. Nothing really authentic. The only authentic Mexican restaurant I ever went to, it was too spicy for me. I didn't like it, and I didn't like the weird way that the ground beef was. It was like this slime. The ground beef was like a bunch of slime. It just grossed me out. It was too creamy. I don't know. Oops, I'm highlighting random stuff. Bill Chill said bury the bury the burrito. And we're still putting like random taco related stuff here. Chalupa sauce. What did the taco say to the burrito? I love you from my head, tomato. Tomatoes. That's cute, Amy. That's really cute. Awesome sauce, beef taco. Yeah, I've only ever had that kind. Gordita is an item at Taco Bell. Oh, I've never heard of it. Okay. I think it's like a crunchy taco inside of a soft taco. Huh. Sounds yummy, actually. Julie is gonna ban us. I don't even know what you're even referring to. This stuff is going over my head, so it's fine. Like creamy beef. I don't even know what this is even supposed to allude to.
I was under the false impression they were trying to ban themselves.
Yeah, it's like we've got mods doing this too, so you just have to ban yourself. Baja Fish Tacos is where it's at, huh, Amy? Okay. Yeah, it was like the thing of it is, Amy, it was like it seemed like it was an authentic Mexican restaurant that I was at. Like the only one I've ever been to with authentic Mexican food. It wasn't Taco Bell, and it wasn't like old El Paso taco kits, which I usually would buy all the time and have at home. So it was a real Mexican place as far as I know, but who knows? It could have been about as authentic as what we consider an authentic Chinese restaurant. That's nothing at all like Chinese food you get in China. It's just our version of Chinese food. So who knows? Maybe that wasn't really authentic Mexican food. I don't know. Carl would
Right,
have
they could have
known
been
better than I
those
would.
creatures from. They could have been those creatures from They Live, posing as Mexicans.
Yeah, could have been. um, God, Debbie said, "Ban yourself so hard." Wow, this is getting steamy now.
Obey your taco.
Bill Chill says, "I eat her cream." Oh my lord, it's getting hot in here. Self ban. Wow. Okay. Nobody can say that we're too uptight around here. We like to keep things loose and just have some fun. Pause. Just because life is too serious as it is. Not too loose. But life is too serious as it is, and there are too many real problems, too many serious problems I know I'm dealing with, and I know a lot of you guys out there, I'm sure, are too. So why not just loosen up and have some fun and not be too uptight as far as I'm concerned. And I'm sorry, I hope it doesn't offend too many people. I don't want to offend anybody, who's upset, but who might be upset by it. But we're just having fun, and there's nothing wrong with a little fun. And this world is just it's a mess, and my life is a battle every single day. So whatever I can do to just have a little fun, it's harmless, I'm gonna do that. Harmless fun with friends here. That's all we're doing. Debbie, Debbie, we're so glad you feel better. Yes, hope things keep improving. One day at a time. That's all we can do, right? Same here. One day at a time. I'm not doing better. I'm doing worse, but physically. But I'm still trying. I'm still fighting one day at a time too. Be gentle with your tacos. Yes. Hey, it's fun to go off on some random weird dirty tangents. Let's just hope the next time I'm going for some interviews, let's hope if they're vetting me, they don't pick this particular replay to check out, because this wouldn't exactly be on my resume. It might scare off the Keith Davids of the world. Who knows? Or he could wind up being like a Doug Hughes who tells dirty limericks on here. You never know.
Yeah, but this is like the 3-hour mark. They would have to listen for 3 hours.
That's true. Who's
I mean,
gonna
the first
do that?
hour sounds all intellectual, lecture-y, you know. It's fine.
Sure. Hey, the duality of this is really amazing, is it not? I mean, we've got this academic lecture thing going on, this, really interesting, fascinating stuff. The philosophical and intellectual rabbit holes we dive down, and then all kinds of dirty, weird rabbit holes in the same exact live. I love it. Why not? You have some variety here for sure. We can switch it up. Start Shed till end with a rampage. Oh God. Anyway, we're at 3 hours and 15 minutes, and it's after 5 a.m. on the East Coast, so I think it's time to call it. It's a lot of fun. Thanks to the awesome fun chat and awesome fun panel as always. It's always a blast with you guys, and glad we were still able to do this, even though we started late. And we've got some night owls out here who are hanging with us regardless. Next time I will try, because I'm the one holding things up. I will try to be on time. I will try to be on time next week for next week's FROMacademy, where we will continue with the mystery of Martin theme for next Friday. And we'll try to start at 12:30 a.m. if Doc is available then. But Doc, is this going to be? Are you going to need to start at 1? Because we could do that. Okay, I can start it. So what I can do is, sorry to cut you off. I can start at 12:30 a.m. to greet people, save us time. I'll start at 12:30. Greet people and just get that going, so then we can move into your research. What do you think, Doc?
Yeah.
That sounds perfect.
Sorry, Julie. I was
And
like, it's kind of like
give you time to read the chat. Oh, sorry, Scarlet.
Oh, that's okay. I said it's kind of like what we did before when we would come on at like 11:30 and you wouldn't be on until 12:30, and we just kind of. I was gonna say fluff up the chat, but I'm not gonna say fluff up the chat, but I just
did. Like marshmallow fluff? I like marshmallow fluff.
Yeah, I do too. Yum. Fluffernutters. I forgot all about fluffernutters. Now I want one. I wish I had some.
Pause.
Yeah. God. Here we go again. Yeah. And it's delicious though. I haven't had that in years, and it's I don't have any around. I don't have any marshmallow fluff here, but I'll have to get some. But yeah, I forget what I was saying now. I guess my brain is short circuiting from tiredness. But yeah, I think yeah, the reason I haven't started earlier anymore is because of my pain level, having to cut the lengths of the lives down due to my unfortunate increase in debilitating pain. So I've had to make the live shorter, and I haven't had a treadmill to stream from. But sometimes we can start a little earlier. And now that I have a treadmill, I might be able to do some streaming from the treadmill. I'm still not going to do anything crazy with 8-hour lives. That was not good for me, regardless of having a treadmill or not. I need to take better care of myself. But
end of an era, everyone.
End of an era. I'm not saying it won't ever happen. Maybe a special occasion, like a special live,
from season 4.
Yeah, like a special occasion, we could do a marathon live, and me incorporating the treadmill into it so I can take care of myself. But it just won't be a regular thing. That's all. But yeah, we can certainly.
I'm just saying, like season 4, when there's other people on, we might have a bigger panel, and you can just go do your thing, and we can just chat.
Absolutely, that's another thing. If we have a bigger panel here, then I can leave for a while if I need to. And
kind of like what happened with the first 15 minutes of this live.
Yes, exactly. You guys were just kind of running the show to start with, so yeah. Fluffernutters. Fluffernutter. What is this? Fluffernutter nanners. So
Yeah.
Fluffernutter nanners. Oh,
Bananas,
well,
yeah.
I've had peanut butter and banana sandwiches, which are delicious, and fluffernutters, but never the three things together. That sounds good. Our minds are really in the gutter now. Special occasion, bigger panel. I guess anything can be turned into dirty talk if you look at it the right way. Guys are too funny. Um, anyway, so yeah, next week we'll continue. We'll start. I will try my best to start at least at 12:30 a.m. and get a start on greeting everybody. Then Doc will join us at 1 a.m. and we'll get back into more on the mystery of Martin and fan theories as well, right? I think we're going to get into theories, correct, Doc? Okay,
Well,
I think
these are. Oh, you mean submitted theories? Well, we haven't had any submissions yet for theories regarding Martin, but if we have any, then yes, absolutely.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of like the ones in this in these spreadsheets, but I think you already covered those because we
Yep.
already did
Yeah,
that.
we're going through them,
Okay,
so we'll finish them off.
we'll finish them off. Pause. And then and then in the meantime, so it's Saturday night, 11:59 p.m. Eastern. If anybody out there wants to watch the Institute with us, be ready to come watch the show with us when it drops. I'll stream it 11:59 p.m. Eastern Saturday night, and I say that to avoid confusion because it's not Sunday night. At midnight, Sunday going into Monday. It's Saturday going into Sunday is when it drops at midnight. So we'll watch the Institute episode 5. And I'm going to try to get my episode 3. I'm behind the curve, unfortunately, still. I'm going to try to get my episode 3 Institute breakdown out and released today. I would really appreciate it if anybody out there you see the notification come up, if you could give it a view and a like. If you think of it, throw an emoji or something into the comment section to help trigger the algorithm. It's going to be an uphill battle to get views because it's late. I'm hoping to at least get over 100, and then I'll feel like, okay, it was worth all the hours and hours that it takes to make these. And by next week, I should be able to catch up and do episodes 4 and 5, 2 separate videos, and finally be caught up for the rest of the season. This week, I was just way too busy with the Keith David interview and then just recovering from that because it was a lot and just too much going on. But next week, hope to catch up. So keep an eye out for my episode 3 Institute deep dive. And next week will be episodes 4 and 5, 2 videos next week. I'd really appreciate it if you could. Every like, view, and comment really does help. And the videos are shorter than average. They've been like anywhere from 17 to 23 minutes so far. So they're a little shorter to get through, but even 30 seconds counts as a view. Keep it playing for a few minutes. That's even better for my channel, for the health of the channel. So I'd really appreciate that. And thank you to everybody who's watched my Keith David interview. Truly appreciate it. It was an honor to have that opportunity. And I'm just so grateful because of this amazing community. I never could have had that opportunity. It wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for all of your support. And I will never forget that. And I will never stop being grateful for how many ways this community has changed my life. So if you haven't checked it out, it's on my channel. It's the latest video. I will be trying to get some interviews for the Institute. So stay tuned on that. And if possible, I'll see if I can try to get somebody to come on a live stream. But whatever I can do. If I can't do that, then hopefully I could get some interviews. So stay tuned. We'll see what happens. The next live will be Monday for the Institute episode 5 with Carl. We will be diving into that episode together, and that should be going on time. I don't think we're going to be postponing it next week. Never say never with my life, but the goal is Monday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern to dive into episode 5 of the Institute together. And Wednesday, it could be another story time with Doug. I'll keep you posted once I confirm that with him. If not, Wednesday will be a From related live in either way. So the lives with Doug are not from related now, and just to clarify, they are just story time with Doug, non-from related, for the foreseeable future, to respect his contract with MGM. So we still will
Oh yeah,
dive into.
are you still giving out his book, Julie?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Thanks for reminding me. So in case anybody missed our live on Wednesday and didn't hear, we're giving out free PDFs of Doug's first novel, The Poor Player, which is hilarious, so entertaining. If you enjoy Doug's wit and his personality, you'll love the book, because that's basically him. The protagonist of the book is basically him if he were a spy and a theater actor who's a spy. It's a great read. I'm halfway through it myself. And so we're giving out free copies. If anybody wants a free copy, it's only digital. It has not been published, because it's very difficult for anybody to get published. But that's their loss. The publisher's loss is our gain. So you can DM me in the Discord, send me an email address through the Discord, or you can just email me directly at JulieBDeepDives@gmail.com, all lowercase letters, and I will send you a free PDF. And again, you can DM me in Discord. I will just need an email address where I can send it to you, or you can just email me directly. And in a future live stream, we're going to be discussing The Poor Player with Doug. And so the more people who join in, the merrier. We can join in the conversation. You can join in the conversation together in the chat with us. We'll make it a call-in live. So if anyone wants to call in and ask Doug a question or offer a comment, you can do that. And we'll give you plenty of time to get the book read. We don't have a live planned yet, so you'll have plenty of time to do it. So yeah, let me know. Hit me up in the Discord if you want a copy of that. And the more people join it. Bill, mine's still in the gutter, dude.
I was actually going to say that, so thanks, Bill.
Stole your thunder. Tight squeeze. What? Amy said, I don't mind if it's okay. Oh, Amy wants a copy. Great. Yeah. I don't know if make a link of the PDF to share. I'll see if I can do that. I'm not sure how, Dieter, but I'll see if I can do that. I feel so honored. Absolutely. Well, yes. I mean, I'm honored that he wanted to share that with our community, and that he's our friend, and it's awesome. I don't Real Cinema, he doesn't self-publish on Amazon because he says it's too much of a hassle trying to promote it everywhere, pound the pavement and get attention on it. He said he hates the process of self-promotion, so that's why he hasn't done it. I wish he would, personally, but Bill said, okay, I'm clean now. No need to clean you up, Bill. It's all in good fun. I just was making a joke. Huh?
I need to say goodbye to everyone and good night.
Good night,
Because
Doc.
my phone's about to die on me.
Yeah.
And thank you all for joining us and having me on. I love you all. Thank you so much.
We love you, Doc. Thank you so much, as always. Looking forward to the next time.
Thank you, sexy Doc.
Good night, Doc.
Good night. Thank you.
Anyway, and for those of you who've already contacted me, I will send you the book today. Yesterday I had a lot going on and I meant to do it, but today I will get those PDFs sent out to everybody who's contacted me thus far, and Amy now too. So again, yeah, Amy put this is my email address, JulieBDeepDives@gmail.com. You can email me directly, or you can DM me in Discord and send me your email address, whatever is quicker and easier for you. But either way, I will send it to you. And anyway, yeah, stay dirty, Bill Show, like Carl said. And thanks, Jackson. Yeah, it's always interesting, these FROMacademy streams, thanks to Doc's incredible research that he does. We really appreciate all the effort he puts into that. And I have a lot of other lives and videos and stuff I'm juggling, so I appreciate that he does all of that, and then we can just have a great conversation about it and share ideas. It's awesome. Dieter dropped the link to Debbie's new video. Check that out when you get a chance. Support our friend Debbie. Here is the link Carl dropped to my interview with Keith David. Thanks for dropping that link, Carl. So check that out if you haven't already. Give it a view. I'm going to take, what was it? It was Doc who said I should make that into a short. I'm going to do that part where he was singing to me, make it into a short. And then like Carl said, link it to my interview to get more views on it. I am definitely going to be doing that. So anyway, good. My interview got over 100 views. Cool. Awesome. Anyway, that being said, I think that pretty much covers it. I've already gone through the whole schedule, and yeah, thank you guys again. Thank you, Carl and Scarlet, and awesome chat, and Doc in the chat. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see some of you in the watch party, I'm sure, tonight for the Institute episode 5, and the next live on Monday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern. Watch out for my video, hopefully later today, on episode 3 of the Institute. And if you're feeling charitable, maybe give it a quick view, a like, whatever it is you can do. I'd appreciate it. Anyway, thank you guys so much, and have a good night or good morning wherever you are in the world. And we'll see you next time.
Good night, everyone.
Buenas noches.
Arrivederci.
Yeah. That's a theory creaking open, baby.
Yo, welcome to the screen where the plot gets bent. Julie B deep dives, not just for content. She don't react, she dissects those threads from the lens, catching clues y'all missed when the credits end. What you know about freeze framing frames and while you blinking, she building an evidence drum. Got a notebook thicker than the lore itself, and a chat full of nerds with a mental health shelf. Yeah, she sees the glitch, peep the double cross. You just watching TV, she talk to the boss. Every theory a thesis, no throwaway guess. While y'all on season 1, she in season 8. Said rewind it slow it, zoom in enhance. Julie B caught the symbol in the window glance. While you tweeting what just happened like a clown, she already made a flow chart, color coded breakdown.
They don't die like us, they don't vibe like us. They binge and they bounce, we revive that trust. They skip intros, we every frame. You watch shows, we decode the game. They don't die like us, nah, they don't die like us.
She cracked Severance before y'all knew it was deep. Predicted the Last of Us deaths in her sleep. When the camera pans, she ain't blinking once. Catch a ghost in the glass, call it theory punch. Watch parties lit like apocalypse nights. Call-ins while they bringing alien rights.
Hey Julie, I think the trees are spies. Well, I have a spreadsheet that confirms that, guys.
Zoom in, boom in, she moving through clues. Spinning Discord in the courtrooms, Lord of views. Got miles of receipts. Time stands with heat. Every rewatch turns into a Reddit elite. You stuck on the surface, we beneath with maps. Cross-referencing lore with the rector's caps. If your fave show got secrets, don't be dumb. Julie got the chalkboard out in From's where it's from.
They don't dive like us, they don't vibe like us. They skim the edge, we inside that crust. They zone out, we zone in the pain. You say plot twist, we say nope, chain. They don't dive like us, nah, they don't dive like us. What's that?
That ain't a blooper, that's a plot thread. You thought it was a shadow? She thought it was a coded message from season 3. And she's probably right. Step this way if your mind's unbent. Step that way if your theories pay rent. Say Julie B, deep dive queen. Now zoom, scroll, theorize, pull. Ain't no rabbit hole safe once she got the cloud.
They don't